Yes, sir. Once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi from Efo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Mazi from Efo is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afari Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people for almost 60 years now. Nobody have been able to do that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is from Afari Ibeku. Afari Ibeku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. And of course, I must remind you, for those who do not know, that one and only man command the loyalty of the Biafran people all the way from Igala to Iduma to Iyala to Efik to Enam to Ibibio, Ugeb, Ububura, Tinapa, all the way to Calabar, Andoni, Uguni, Upubu, Wakireke, Urubu, Ishekiri, Abraka, Abo, Okwane, Anyocha, Usimili, Ndukwa, Ibake. All the way from Edo State down to Kogi State, not all of them anyway, down to Benue State, Mbituru, Mbanon, Bisamando, Bankwiri, Olo, Oka, Uku. We can go on to Enugu, Ebonyi, down to Abia. One man command our loyalty. To River State, to Delta State, wherever it is, Biafrans know themselves. As an Abama and the Abba, Adiamama. So it doesn't mean what the mixed blood in our midst, the children of rape, emblem of suffering and disgrace upon Allah. It doesn't matter what their children do in our midst. At the end of the day, everybody will answer his father's name. Our gospel has not changed on this platform. We want to go home. Our gospel have not changed. We are not restructuring Nigeria. That is not why we came here. But of course, we understand that restructure Nigeria is good as Biafra. But we will not accept that grammar. We want Biafra. Our gospel have not changed. We want to go home. I am George Onyeibe by the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiama. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, we must not acknowledge the Creator. We call him Chukwu Kikabiama. Some say he lives in heaven. But I know God don't live in heaven. Chukwu Kikabiama don't live in heaven. And not until man understands that the Creator does not live in heaven, you keep limiting him. The God I serve, Chukwu Kikabiama, don't live in heaven. David knew this truth. And that is why he said to him, for heavens of heaven cannot contain you. How dare man build a house for your name? Heavens of heaven cannot contain my Creator. Chukwu anyị na-efe dị mma. Chukwu anyị na-efe dị mma. Ndị mozi na-eto ya enu ụwa na-aja ya mma. Chukwu anyị na-efe dị mma. Oh, Chukwu anyị na-efe dị mma. Mmụọ anyị na-efe dị mma. Ndị mozi na-eto ya enu ụwa na-aja ya mma. Chukwu anyị na-efe dị mma. Chukwu Kikabiama don't live in heaven. David knew this truth. I should remind you. Stop looking to heaven and say he's in heaven. That is why David said, we do not look up to the hills nor the mountain, for our help do not come from this place. Heavens are heaven. Heavens of heaven cannot contain him. But the only way to explain it for your understanding is that the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. And he's the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. Man has defied his sanctuary. And before the presence of his servant and his elite, They blackmail the Creator. But He looks down on all of them. Let them show the level of their stupidity. For in due time, He will recompense everyone accordingly. And that is why we are not moved. We are not shaken by anything happening. My voice goes to our brothers in Lagos. We understand what is going on. But believe me, this is the beginning of our testimony. Somewhere around where I live, one of my Igbo brothers have a supermarket there. And almost 4 times every year, he said that they burn down the shop or they rob him. But I know that guy very well. I know him very well. He's not a ritualist. Some would have believed he's a ritualist. In fact, before the emergence of IPOB, they will say that guy is a ritualist. Because everything they have done to him to destroy him, he still remains standing. And let me tell you, just this December, his supermarket was burnt down. The next morning when we came out, there is nothing left in that supermarket to take. He came to shop and saw the shop. He left. He didn't weep, he didn't cry. He left. And then he moved like 20 buildings away from the old supermarket and rented a bigger shop and opened the same supermarket there. I went there this morning and I look at him. I say, your enemy have chased you into heaven. He looked at me and he laughed. Why I'm saying this is that those of you in Yoruba land, those of you in Hausa land, even the Yoruba and Hausa security agents chasing us into Biafra land, burning down our shop, they cannot say you are ritualist again because we are here to prove them wrong. They are the ritualists. They think they can build Nigeria with the blood of our people. In fact, the blood of our people that have been shared upon the land of Nigeria, it will chase Nigerians out of Nigeria. They don't know what is coming. They will burn down your shop, we know. Here in Biafra land, they will burn down our shop. In Ugwausa, they will destroy every of our political or economic interests. They made us a promise. Adeyinka grandson, a Yoruba man, in one of his brokers, said that they have caused Igbo people, that in our homeland we will be cursed, that in Yoruba land we will be cursed, that in Hausa land that we will be cursed, that inside the overseas we will be cursed. I'm talking about Adeyinka grandson. You go back and listen to his brokers in Yoruba language. Before now, they will say, it is said that the Igbo ritualists in Balogun, they have burned down the shop. But of course, there is time for everything. In every plan of Nigerian to bring us down, you will chase us to our safe heaven. We will respond to all of you at the right time. But like I said, our gospel has not changed. We want to go home. We will go home. We will go home. But we think there is something the Creator wants to prove to Nigeria. You know, he said to Pharaoh, let the Israelites go. Pharaoh refused, and Moses wept to God and said, Pharaoh refused to allow us to go. He said, leave Pharaoh. Let him be mumuing himself. Leave Pharaoh. Let him be exhibiting his stupidity. Leave Pharaoh. Let him show the world that there is no one like him. For through his stupidity, I will make the world understand that I still rule over the affair of man. Anyị na-aja ya mmawu maka n'eziokwu n'ọmara mmawu ịhụnanya ya n'ịna gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadio inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alpha na Omega anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mmawu. I can only tell you to go and prepare a new foundation. Because Chukwu Kika Biama will not forsake us and he will not abandon us. The enemy can come in different form and shape, but we will win in the end. And of course, having said that, we will move to our topic this evening. Our theme on this segment, remain back to your root. Our theme on this segment, I repeat, remain back to your root. And of course, continuation of our last topic is where we are going to. the wear culture of our ancestors is the key to the next stage of evolution. The next culture, the weird culture of our ancestors, it will amaze you that it is the key to the next stage of evolution. I choose to use that word weird because everything about our culture has been demonized. There is ongoing corona disease somewhere there. They want to call it black plague. Why don't they call it white plague? Because everything good is white and everything bad is black. But the last time I checked, every color starts from black and ends in black. And that is why everything you have done to undermine the position of the black, it will boomerang. Make no mistake about that. But Africans, as well as Africans in general and Biafrans in particular, must understand they need to go back to your root. As we come on daily basis and say go back to your root, a lot of people misunderstood what we are saying. Honestly, I can see it. Rubbing native chalk in your head, behaving like idiot doesn't make you Ogomo. It doesn't give you the power of your ancestors. It is the knowledge that set the difference. If you choose your path for yourself, you will be lost in the midst of the ocean. For you have not been there before and you know not what you are toiling with. But if others choose the way for you, they will be at the beginning and in the end they shall be there with you. And that is why Jesus said, I sent you out as a sheep in the midst of the wolf. Let not your heart be troubled. I am here with you, even unto the end. And o many ndio ko ho ba isi jamu ugbo we ke ye miri kara irugbo. Let's not misunderstand it. Back to your roots. First of all, understand why your ancestors did what they did. And understand why the invaders who called themselves colonial master were so afraid that every effort meant to demonize this culture, but they go back and begin to pretend over it. They begin to emulate it. It's evil, and they are emulating it. But like in our last study, I made it clear to us. When they invaded Africa, they encountered the power of creation. They encountered the power of creation. They took it from us. They took it from us, from our ancestors. And they started studying it. From each version, they discovered science and technology. Some of them ran with the technology. They mixed it with the black power, as they call it, which is the power of creation. The knowledge of it was too high for only one man to hold it down. The Russians fought for it. The Portuguese fought for it. The Americans, they all fought for it. Today, they are fighting for it, and they have a fair share of it. They call it science and technology. The combination of technology to black market, black magic, lead to the current dispensation that we are in now. They call it technology revolution. But of course, as you understand, the need of man are insatiable. They will continue looking for, asking for more. They can never be satisfied. It is in them. Today, the remaining part of it is the biological part of it. And they are working very hard, like I told you before, to combine the black magic, which is the power of creation, to technological magic as well as the biological weapon. And successfully being able to combine the power of creation, the power of science, and the power of technology. And maybe that is where or what will lead us to the end of the war. But never mind. We will let you know what you need to know as we approach every stage. Today there is a disease called corona. They say it's eating of bat. But this is a lie. Bat is black. They will drag it to the black man. But we are happy that they say it starts from China. But of course it's in Addis Ababa already. But we know all these things. Fire is burning in Australia. It fall from heaven like the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, but they lie because we understand all these things. Ebola come from eating of chimpanzee, because chimpanzee and gorilla are black. They will target on the black man in the end, but we know all these things. If they have access to the biological weapon, the only thing that can stop all this evil, it is your culture and tradition. Back to your roots. And so if you are Ogomo as a Biafran, you are working for Nigerian police, Nigerian DSS, your cup will full. If you are Ogomo, you choose who live and who die. Your time is winding up. Repent and be born again. Repent and be born again. But if you are Ogomo and you understand this secret and you keep it to yourself, repent, for the kingdom of God is at hand. Don't let anybody deceive you. And now, having said so, I want to make you understand those cultures, those traditions of ours that have abandoned, and make you see how we can recover ourselves from it. And so many cultures we consider weird, but our ancestors does it. It's weird. You just can't believe it. It's very dirty. It doesn't make sense. It's go this way. It's go that way. Guy, that is your key to life. I see some of us, our children can't even speak our language, and we are very proud of it. You are somewhere in UK speaking English, and your children speak Polish English, and you are very proud of yourself. May the Lord have mercy upon you. Chukwu Kikabiama cannot answer the prayer of your children, because I must tell you, Chukwu Kikabiama don't speak English. That is why he keep us quiet all this time. If you are still praying in the name of English language, Yoruba language, Hausa language, not in your dialect, you can only give tithe and offering to no avail. God understand your language. Your God understand your language. Chukwu Kikabiama speak Igbo. He speak Ijo. Abo ya koso. Ya haite hiora. Enye yeme otome. Enye bujana ekpekele. Maka no many hele weme. Ya wonya manike edobyo one. Enye ario chukwu ya yene nyeka. Enye ario chukwu ya meme nyini ndwa nyere mma. Kana ire ye ekelere buhene otome. Makene ya mariale ebomeni okpopu enya nyi na ehuwo hiozo ogoziele nyi and ogoziele nyi onwe ihe ndi ngana nyi kasakame. It is as simple as that. But this is the language of heaven. Demons don't understand it. That is why when the demon invaded our land, they changed our language. Because the Bible says when we speak in tongue, Satan is confused and deliverance will take place. If you are here as a Biafran, you have not learned to pray in your dialect, may the Lord be with you. But of course, I won't digress further. This is our culture and tradition, but it looks weird to you. It looks weird to you. Some of you are monitoring the English language. This guy is English, it's not okay. The day I see Donald Trump speak Abo, the day I see Theresa May speak Abo, give me the name of another intellectual around the world as you know them. The day they speak Abo, and that day I tell you, I will speak English more than the Englishman. I will speak French, the Frenchman. And then I'm here to Kuasaka so Klioki Kwabuko Senu Nyelu. Onya wula no nyanka nyoku ya hotabelire. Maka no bebrabu bo hwe so you know I jogris when okay. O set yale o nwano ya kasaka gota here reku. Elesin de mu na nyiro. Nadia nyiwe wasi so gota here reku. Ya ha anyi po ligu ozanyoku. Anyi po ligu azanyoku. O mu here de ngana kasaka me. O nwani. But of course you won't understand. And when I'm talking this way, somebody say, it's too local, it's too local. No, I'm local, it's okay. Go to UN and be speaking English. All the English you have been speaking in UN, what did it bring for us? And then you think the Chinese are stupid, the Japanese are stupid, those who depend on their Indians are stupid. But of course, we are the ones who are stupid. Because they tell you everything about your ancestors is weird. Weird car. But this weird will be the undoing of all of them. Imagine you go to Yoruba church as you go to that Yoruba church. Or you go to Hausa church, Fulani church, British government church. And they say, let us pray. You begin to hammer. The rascal one among you will deliver you. They will begin to say you are possessed. Because they can't understand it. But the moment you begin to say, oh, you are worthy, Lord, There you become a very good choir master. But of course, we will not talk to you in a way you feel cozy. We want you to reason. And so some of those where culture goes down to dancing of masquerade, the culture about the Nazarene, burying site, location, liberation site, Shiran site, playground, river side, breaking of kola nut, praying with kola nut and other fruit, the uses of native chalk, hot drink, salt, alligator pepper, palm front, among others. Tonight, we are going to look at just 3, and then we will study all of them. Number 1, the Nazarene. I start with the Nazarene because we are the people of God. God chooses the people who will serve him. And that is why today every religion leader claim that God called them. Because you cannot be a servant of God except you are choosing. And that is why it is said that many are called but few are choosing. These traditions and cultures are weird, but they are real. A king is born. A king is born. But the protector of the throne is ordained. But the guardian of the throne is chosen. Do you get that grammar very well? A king is born. And then you have the guardian and the protector of the throne. The guardian of the throne is what is known as Onowu. They are ordained. But the one who protects the throne is the Ogomo. Because Onowu may be the protector of the throne, he does not have any right to decide to dictate for the king. He can speak in the absence of the king. But when the king is there, he shut up. But only one man have the power to confront the king and say the gods have spoken. And that is Ogomo. Of course, our leader father is a king. And as far as he is not there, the person in charge of the throne is the Onowu. In different community, they call it different name. This person is the one who protects the throne. And by culture and tradition, that man or his children can never be king. But they are the one who will tell you who will be king. Most of them have been bought over. So they bear testament against the true monarch. But they pay dearly for it in due time. And when they make mistake, only one man can question them. And that is the high priest. He had no relationship with the throne, nor the affairs of the throne. But he watched out for the overall interest of all, standing as a bridge between men and God. And he passed this information that have been demonized to them. And that is where we begin to have the Nazarene. You don't choose the Nazarene. The high priest, you don't choose them. God chooses them. And how he chooses them is not your business. He chooses them and furnish their office with the necessary information that will enable them to function in righteousness, in truth, and in prosperity. The Nazarene. We call them Dada. I don't know what you call them today. Dada, as you know, somewhere along the line, lost the track. And then some of them become reggae master. If we talk about Dada now or Nazarene, the only history left of these people is Rastafarian. I have taken time, more than 3 years, to study them. I'm talking about the Rastafarian now. I'm not talking about the true or the ones that are following their calling. I tell you that if there are peaceful men that walk this earth, it is the Rastafarian. No Rastafarian make nonsense. No Rastafarian misbehave. It is impossible to see a Rastafarian misbehave. I want you to go and try it. If you see Rastafarian, you start fighting them, insulting them, and they follow you. No, that one is not a Rastafarian. It's a Yahoo boy. The true Rastafarian don't quarrel with people. They just look at you. I'm saying the Rastafarian, these people have lost cause already. I think Raskimono sang a song in those days. And he said, Rastakimono they want, Rastakimono they fight, Ayaga yaga yaga ye, Ayaga yaga yaga ye. This is a message from Jah that Africa must be free. Go and listen to that song before I turn to reggae musician now. But Raskimono, who is from Delta State, made it clear. Like I said, I studied Rastafarian. Rastafarian are the high priest of the Most High God. When their doctrine was concocted, they turned to musician. Yet they sing the song of the spirit, which you cannot understand. But how I wish they know who they are. That is why I want you to go and find evidence. Only black people are Rastafarian. And the Rastafarian you see all over the world started from Biafra land. You see Rastafarian in Jamaica. You see Rastafarian in Liberia. You see Rastafarian. These are our children who were sold into slavery. You cannot see Yoruba Dada. It's impossible. They can go and form Dada tomorrow. You can't see Hausa Dada. This is impossible. Are you getting me? I'm not attacking Yoruba. I'm just telling you how to know what I'm saying. But of course, when I want to attack them, I will tell you. Because if I talk about Jamaica now, you've not been there. I've not been there either. And so I talk with the one I know. I say you can't see Yoruba Dada. If you see Yoruba Dada, I say Yahoo boy. They don't understand what it means. You can't see Hausa Dada. If you see Hausa Fulani Dada, he's mad. But God chose them. They are the high priest, the lineage of Aaron. He chose them from the family of Levi. But today, when you destroy the high priest who lead the people in the church service, and Jesus said, strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. They are no longer there. Those with the anointing think it's to sing reggae music. But may God Chukwu Kikabiama bring them back home. Only Biafrans are Nazarians in the whole world. Don't let you. Samson is a Nazarian. That is to tell you that Samson in the Bible is an Igbo man. When I mean Igbo man, he may be from Akwa Ibom, he may be from Ijo, he may be from anywhere. All of you are Igbo. Stop deceiving yourself. All of you are Igbo. Biafran, you are Igbo. Be deceiving yourself. Maybe you would have been dead before your children know this truth. Yes, the Bible says Samson is a Dada. Samson become the one and the only Dada in the whole world from the creation of the world to today. Only Oyibo man, according to your Bible, that these people went to concocted. Samson is the only Oyibo man with Dada. Because it's not Oyibo man. And so that history in your Bible were manipulated. Those of you in Europe world, in Oyibo man land, please check their hair and call this line when it's open. Tell me that Oyibo man can make Dada. Oyibo man can stay 100 years without combing his hair. Oyibo man can weave Bob Marley. After weaving Bob Marley, chook the hair inside water. If you shake it, it will straight out at one. They cannot be Dada. Only inside Bible when miracle enter Samson head. Samson become the one and the only white man that is Dada. But you won't understand this thing. If I tell you that Samson is from Arochukwu, the Samson in your Bible, you are going to argue it because it's not your fault. But we will wake you up. This is fact and figure. And all blacks are not Dada. And all Biafrans are not Dada. Some were chosen by birth. Some found their calling. And so in those days, when they give birth to a child, they begin to comb the hair. And the child begin to have headache. The child begin to develop unusual sickness, which defy every form of medication. At that instance, the wise men will come forward and say, yeah, there is something wrong here. then they begin to trace. That is what they call oracle. Oracle is evil. That is what they told you. They will play oracle. How do they do oracle? They say they consult the gods. How do they consult the god? They examine, they run tests. That is spiritual lab. The pharmacists, our own native pharmacists, our own native doctor, they use their lab. It could be built a mud house. That is our business. And then they check. If this boy is developing this sickness that defy all this medicine, maybe he wants us to know who reincarnated him. They will search. They say no. Because there are one or two things they will do, they will say no. And then another one will say, it looks like he's a servant of God. And they will look and look and look. They will say, yes, that is a Nazarene. Do you know that those of you whose father or community have Shrine, do you know it is the Shrine that choose who serve them? Do you know that since the church came into our land, all the majority or 90% of the people who serve that Shrine you call evil, all of them are pastor now inside Yoruba church? Because if I were a pastor self, how can you be Igwe Kenunala and you are doing Olololuya? That is where the problem comes from. And so, most of the people who are meant to keep this, preserve our culture and tradition, run away. So, first of all, the priests are gone. They are nowhere to be found. And with time, Dada is a story. There is nobody in America, a Biafran anywhere in the world that can give birth to Dada again. If you born Dada, that your child better be careful. Because there is no comb you will not buy. That head must straight out too. But that is a servant of God. I want to begin to see the Nazarene. I want you to find out your child whether it's a Nazarene or not. We want to see them. Not that one you pour small start and egg and you do Dada. You are a reggae musician only. But to be connected to Chukwu Okike Abiama, you have to be choosing. And the moment these priests have been destroyed, then today, who is the high priest of our land? Who is the high priest of your land? Because he becomes the custodian of your blessing. If, for instance, the Obi of Abo go to Redeemed Christian Church to worship, which means the pastor of Redeemed Christian Church become the spiritual custodian of the blessing of Abo people. And this is not accepted. If you cannot be Ogomo, get out of that throne. But most of you, where your Igwe is a deacon in one winner's chapel, you are happy. Oh, my Igwe is born again. My Igwe is born again. Ndiara. The owner of the church, the pastor of the church, becomes the spiritual custodian of your community. Don't you get it? And when they are telling you the power will change overnight hand, you think they are praying for your success? Be born again. Repent. That is one. Of course, there will be time for question because I can't go explain all of them. It's going to take too much time. But when the lines are open, please ask me question. But it's weird. To you, it's weird. All this is weird now. How can a whole man like me, I going to put on suit and carry Dada? Check anybody with Dada. Ask yourself, why is the world afraid of them? Europe especially. The moment they see you with dreadlock, this kind of fear grip them. They can't contain these people power. When they see you, when they see you as a Nazarene, ordinary Nazarene, not even original one, across the globe, what are they afraid of? And so they condition you as a policeman. You must barb your head, shave all your beard. You think Ojukwu was stupid to carry his beard as an army man? Because the time Ojukwu wear beard as an army man, he defied a lot of spiritual concocted laws. You will not know why the Arab, most of the military refuse to shave their beard. Because they show you they are not under any spiritual control. Their head is normal. You think Ojukwu is stupid? So when you walk in the bank, they tell you how to shave your beards. And to you is a gentleman. How much are they paying you for gentleman? Have you seen any prophet of God in the Bible without a beard? Have you seen Moses? Moses have beard. Jesus have beards. Everybody have beards. And Jamaica have beards. And Gabriel have beards. Everybody have beards. But only here they tell you as a black man, shave all your beards. Shave, so they can defile you like they are defied already. I told you, I will stop there. But it's weird. It's weird. Do you see how weird it is? Like I said before, anywhere you are all over the world, you are a Nazarian. And you know the source of you being a dada. No, you are one of the child of a kidnapped woman or father in the name of slavery. We look at another weird culture. And now, as a high priest, the next thing you need to know is that you need a shrine, as they call it. You know, the name makes it horrible to you because they call it that. They won't call it temple. They call it shrine. They just look for a bad name to give it, paint it very dark, to the extent that you reject your father's name. Shrine. And when you hear shrine, they concoct the name. You will not even want to associate with it. And so our ancestors have a shrine. And what is a shrine? I don't know what shrine means to the white man or to the educated people. But a shrine becomes a piece of land where the elders of community go to pray to their ancestors. Or set up by a family where members of family go to pray to their ancestors. And so from the home to the community, from the home to the kindred to the community, whether in form of settlement or village, they all have shrine. It is the high priest who is the reverend father, who is the general overseer, will call the people and say, today is Oye. The 5 clan or 4 clan that make up this community, we shall meet at shrine by 4 o'clock to pray to our God. For instance, the high priest of Umbano will send out a tongue crier. And the tongue crier will say, Mbofu, Mbabo, Mbato, Mbano, Mbano. I gave me pere. No bocheta. I don't know how to put it in a general Igbo. Mana ogologo abua onyobo na gada na okay. But let's come back home before I bite my tongue. But if it's in Abo, they will say ndi abu tombu ndi abu no onu le chani tehinura okurokwa no onu le chanu no apoha ebe anyi na mi kpere na ego moye ni ndi mudanyi. Maka ni ihe ọjọọ abahala ali enyi ka agọ mo na nu obupu na ye ji ha na obupu na isusu. In other words, they call the tribes of that community the high priest, which is the Nazarian. He said, we are noticing evil in our land. Imagine if all the Imo State people carry their fall now and come to control and swear for any Fulani, any Yoruba, any idiot trying to topple the governor or the government of Imo State. I tell you, by now all of them will be running mad. But are they still there? Or they have been paid off? You don't need to do abrakata mi brakata. Onye kweli chi ya kweli. Where is the bond that holds us together as a people? They have all been broken. Because we prefer autonomous community more than general power. I tell you, in those days, the Biafran soldier didn't enter Abo. They didn't enter because we kill mad people. The youth didn't fight. The ones who fight were out of the shore of Abo. It is our elderly people that held the Nigerian army. As I'm talking to you, go to a place we call government feed. The government feed still stand there. It's amusing that Hausa is almost taking over that place now. There is a clock tower there. If you go to the western side of the west of that clock tower, you will see it was shot. It was Nigerian soldier that shot it. That became their first bullet and their last bullet that entered Abo. They were forced to divert through Romi Junction, where they arrived at Awuchi, turned back to Asaba. And then some of them retreated a little bit. And then some of them retreated a little bit to the area of Asaba. But anything from Umunede down to Abo, the main heart of Abo, we cure their madness. Our elderly people. We will talk about how they chased Nigerian army away. And those cultures are still preserved till tomorrow. But not everybody know that secret. But it's a case for another day anyway. So they have it.
Annex. Enrollment required. Terms apply.
Walks in a mysterious way. My God walks in a mysterious way. Our Father walk in a mysterious way. In a mysterious way. In a mysterious way. Chuko Kikabiama walk in a mysterious way. All of us will answer for it. That day, I know no day, because we are telling you already. The person that controls your shrine is the one that is in charge of the spiritual blessing of your people. I tell you, I don't know how to do a waji, but I'm learning. I'm looking for people who will teach me. It's a bit confusing to me. When I see young boys like me praying over kola, and I can't pray over kola, I'm not too happy about it. But I assure you, before the end of this year, I'll be praying over kola. And so we look at one weird culture, which is the Nazarian, Dada, which we have neglected, not having regard for our high priest. If you for Obenokpabe, you think Obenokpabe is US set and live in the Ara. People have fought me. Oh, Onyeibe Pharaoh say, Obenokpabe. If I were still having children, any other child that we have, I will call him Obenokpabe in the Ara. One will answer Obenokpabe, the other one will answer Biafra. So you can chase evil people away. You just call Obenokpabe, you see those evil people, they are shaking. The same way you call Biafra. If you call Biafra now, they will call emergency United Nations meeting. All these things we are doing here, you think they are relaxing. The more we call Biafra, the more all of them diminish. They will show you, but that is the truth. And that is why we keep calling Biafra, 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 Biafra. Imagine when the sirens are activated. You will understand that Odieshi is exist. That's the way do gun, I do bulletproof now. You think saying everybody, then they shoot gun. You think saying everybody, then they poison. Abi una no say get people where they vanish. Let us leave it there. He gave you a high priest, and he gave you a design of your temple, but you call it shrine and demonize it. God chose Moses. He was a priest as well as the leader. But God gave him a Nazarian to lead, to help him, which is Aaron. And when they left Egypt, God said to Moses, choose men with the gift, anointing to construct this shrine. He chose them. And they built that shrine. And when they finished building the shrine, you call it temple because it's Oyibo man own. If it were to be in Abo, you will call it a Binokpabe or Abenokpabe in the Ara. God told Moses to build shrine. He said this shrine, divide it into two. Let it be inner shrine and outer shrine. But in English language, it's inner court and outer court. He said this inner shrine and outer shrine, that is where we know Onyeibe. The people who were born through rape as invasion of Biafra land, they cannot go beyond the outer shrine. Only the pure Igbo bu Igbo, Ijo bu Ijo, Akwa Ibom bu Akwa Ibom, Biafra bu Biafra. Only them are allowed to enter inside the inner shrine. Is it not in your Bible? Ishi wa bakandio hono eragwa wejoku. Ishi wa bakono na eragwa wejoku. I'm not the one saying this now. It's in your Bible. God said to Moses, I want you to build me shrine inside this wilderness. And when you build this shrine, divide it into two. Let one side be called the inner court, and let the other side be called the outer court. When you people move into Israel, the son of Jacob, you people were only 12. The servant of Jacob was 60. So you were 72 that entered Egypt. All of you have intermarried yourself. Some even married Egyptian. And now look at you. Your number is too numerous. You can't count yourself any longer. But I will be the judge. Build the shrine. If you know that you are a true son, pure blood of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, enter the inner court. But if you know your father is Yoruba, Osa, Fulani, but you are claiming to be Biafra, so remain in the outer court. And so they take census. But if you play sharp as a mixed breed, you cross into the inner shrine, God himself will kill you. That is why I want to walk in DNA, which will be our future inner shrine. We will be exporting corn beef in less than 3 years of Biafra restoration. If you don't want to respect yourself. You think there is Abino Babi here. You want to talk to me. The shrine is standing. You go to the inner court and come back before you talk to me. When I see some people talking to me, I just keep you quiet because I don't know who you are in the first place. If we were in control of our life, we control our time and space. There are people you want to talk to me, you go to the inner shrine or inner court. And then when you come back, if you are still alive, we start the discussion. But will you understand it? It's weird. As I told you now that there is shrine in the Bible, all of you have gone mute. Please, if there is a difference between temple and shrine, when the line is open, tell me, let's go to the dictionary. But it's our ancestral culture, so it is weird. Oyibo, all the weird, Adiamama. Go back to your roots. I didn't say go and pour native chalk in your head and be behaving like madman. I didn't say you should begin to order for food. Some people, if you see your belly, you a man, you look pregnant. You enter water, now come bereba. So they will say, hey, it's a gamma, hey, it's a gamma. But most of our people don't know. They say, hey, kudo, we'll go back to our culture. You think going back to our culture, I'm telling you, is to behave like idiot? You find out this truth and establish them. When Biafra come, our government will even carry laptop. Because we will make a Igbo man to go www.Biafra, and then he begin to see the one he want and subscribe. He now buy visa and come to Abeno Babe. We cure their disease. So if you think that our ancestors tied animal skin, ubuago, you need make ubuago. Because all we hear butara kai guy to Biafra. Before you answer ubuago, you must kill lion for us. You cannot kill a chicken and say you be ubuago. Ubuago for where? But of course, I hope you'll understand. We go to the third one, which is breaking of kola nut. Breaking of kola nut. When I sit with our ancestors and they are breaking kola nut, they make a in those days, not these days again. When the person who is called to pray over the kola picks a kola, they make a prayer. And that prayer is anonymous. What do I mean? I mean that prayer is general. It looks like the master key to open prayer. They say, he who bring kola, he who bring kola, he who bring kola. Of course, if you are a true Biafran, you know the next thing they will say. He who bring kola brings life. Onyeibe we handle. Onyeibe we handle. And having said that, they can talk to their ancestors everything they want to say. But I start seeing the blackmailing of that prayer from deeper life. The first church that taught me Christianity was Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's Witness brought me up as a child. And then in the 80s, when deeper life came to Abo, my uncle took me there. They brushed me and enlightened me until I found out the truth. I went to a church pastor by Ijeru Vasia, Jesse Okosi from Delta State, until it was time for me to be here. I moved on. But why am I bringing this up? Because in deeper life, one pastor preached that time. I never forget that preaching. He said, when you want to worship idol, you say, he who bring kola, bring life. Only Jesus bring life. You should say here, Jesus, he who bring Jesus, bring life. And then you take Holy Communion. Don't you know that kola you break is Holy Communion? Don't you know the people who break kola for you or people who give you Holy Communion have power over your life? Of course, I will not continue with this Holy Communion because it's going to take all our time. We will continue from the Holy Communion tomorrow by the grace of God. And so let us dwell on these two first of all, which is the Nazarian and the location of his office. shrine or temple. Where you say the temple in Jerusalem, it looks like you are going to heaven. Some of you even still think that Israel is in heaven till today. How will I blame you? Do you know some black people still think that Israel is in heaven and Egypt is in heaven? This is how bad it has become. So when I say the temple in Jerusalem, you pay billion to go there. The temple in Mecca. But I tell you, change the name. The shrine in Jerusalem, the shrine in Mecca. Black people will run away from it. Because the invaders know how to destroy our brain. Of course, our lines are open. You are free to ask me a question, or you are free to do what you want to do. What I'm saying to this effect, or how you relate it to what you are doing in Biafra here, is that if our gods are killing Fulani cow, like the Yoruba gods kill Fulani cow, they won't be in our land misbehaving. You won't hear of Ruga. Yoruba confronted those demons. The gods of the Yoruba killed cow and ate it up. The Yoruba themselves who understand their God, they set up a motekon. For those who know their God shall one strong and they shall do exploits. Biafrans don't know their God. Why would they want one strong? And how do you expect to do exploit? But here in Radio Biafra, here in Biafra land, genuine Biafrans, we know our God. His name is Chukwokika Biama. We shall one strong and we will do exploit. But do not forget, the world understand why we are here. Yes, of course, at this moment, our lines are open. If you are a Biafran, first of all, anywhere you are in the world, you are here to join IPOB. Please believe me, the time is winding up. Biafrans must come together because already there is a massive Biafran inclusion across the globe. Look for IPOB family closer to you and join. Somebody say, hey, I cannot be there. You're going to be there. We are not begging you, but you're going to be there. Because the shrine we are building, only those in IPOB will enter inside shrine. If you are not there, you will remain in the outside shrine. You think we are joking here? Look for IPOB family and join. Except you are not a Biafran, don't bother. But of course, you are finding it difficult to locate IPOB family closer to you. You just send us your name, your phone number, your location to this WhatsApp number. We are not here to kill anybody. We are here to rewrite the history of our people. We are here to make amends. Every wrong they've done to us, we want to correct every impression. We want to be in control of our life. We don't want to conquer Yoruba or South Fulani. It's as simple as that. Send us your name, your location, and your phone number to our WhatsApp line, which is 070-815-45642, 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971, 081-221-52971. And of course, the special number for the female is 081-288-58614, special number for the female. Yes, a caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the female line, can you hear me? And your phone number to our WhatsApp. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my lord.
Caller on the line, go ahead. Caller on WhatsApp, hold on.
Good evening, my lord. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Good evening to every one of us. May Ekekero watch folk Kagama. Bless you and bless our leader and bless everyone. May Chukwuka Kagama keep protecting him. I have a kind of, let me say, it's a question. My name is Ginika. I'm calling from Enugu province of Biafra land. My contribute on this is how our people have become ignorant. It's now that you are talking that I could remember three children that was born and they were called Dada. And because their parents are going to church, they now bab those children their head. There is this thing I call Okremba Wisi. Okremba Wisi where jide watakre anu wisi body see ni one music imbecile. The other one have totally turned to imbecile. That one is a girl. They said that they can pray and pray that Nazareth out of her. But they are calling Nazareth because they call it in Igbo language.
The point
that
now
is the problem.
The point now is the whole world, nobody have Dada, only Biafra. If you see Biafra in Jamaica, you see Biafra in Liberia, you see Biafra anywhere. These are the children stolen from Biafra land during the invasion era. They stole them.
True.
America, for instance, in fact, the one they call Igbo landing of America, when the Igbo people decide to drown themselves in America, America was forced to return them because all of them were willing to drown themselves. But the ship couldn't make it back to West Africa. They dropped them off in Jamaica. They are the Jamaican people there. Do you know the musician they call Wyclef? Go to Wyclef village in Liberia. They behave like Arochukwu people. Yoruba don't have Dada. If you see Yoruba with Dada, he's a Yahoo boy. If you see Hausa Fulani with Dada, he is mad. And it's impossible for anybody Oyibo to have Dada. It's impossible by nature. Only we understand what it is. But they help destroy it. I say for. Yahoo Sas are chasing you everywhere to arrest you.
I will just push this message to that my friend. I told him to leave that side alone. He has made that side an imbecile. I told him that Kokadema will not forgive him for that thing. He said he's a pastor. He's a anointed pastor that he can pray. Yeah. And he has turned that beautiful boy into imbecile. As I'm talking to you now, the child is and this Dada people be very, very intelligent people. They are very, very intelligent. It's just now, I thank God for Biafra. I thank God for Radio Biafra. Many have started to understand. One woman said that, lamented and telling me that she killed her child because she banged her head with her husband, that two of them killed their child. But she gave birth to other ones, and they said this Dada again left her, and the hair is growing. That's when she born another baby. That one that she has started talking. She told her, "Mommy, don't try to even barb her brother hair. That her brother is very, very strong, Dada." And the woman said, "Okay, my child, I will not barb her hair, his hair." Because they begged the other one for them to barb her hair. And she agreed. But she told them that this one they born now is more stronger than her own. So they left that one. And her children started to believe since then that she was lamenting that she killed her own child because of that she's going to church. She don't know anything, and she barbed the hair of her first issue.
Thank you very much.
Who that child would have been. May Kekerowa bless you for all this revelation. I will forward this message. I don't know if he leave him now, whether that child will recover from that, because he's doing like a mental person now. A small child. May Chukwu bless you, my Lord. Thank you.
God is faithful. People must understand. It's as simple as ABCD. There was reason these things exist. Because you don't know means you don't know. Because you don't know simply means you don't know. A man fear that which they cannot understand. That was why they were able to prey on your intelligence and make foolishness out of you. It's simple. If I tell you that what you have in Jerusalem is shrine, some people will castigate me. How can you say the temple in Jerusalem is shrine? But the other name for temple is shrine. When it's built in America, it is temple. Then when it's built in Enugu, it is shrine. Who the hell did this to us? Kola on the WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, I'm there. Aje Onwenemaro.
Otofe.
Aje, sir. Good Biafrans all over the world. Good afternoon, good morning, depending on your time zone. My name is Rose Robert. I am from Ndokwa. That is Obiaroko province precisely. I'm calling from Germany. My brother, about this, I just have a little contribution about this topic because I met it in the middle. About this Dada issue, I am one of them. It's like you are rewinding my head. What happened to me? When my mother told me I was born Dada, that is Dada. My mama, this thing, I don't know what happened. They can't go cut the hair. They can't cut the hair. I not can't open my eyes. According to my mother, I not feel open my eyes, for more than 3 months. They will take me to hospital. They will do this one, that one. Everything they tried, nothing. I was still, that is my auntie, that is where I have that name. My auntie called me that name. She's still alive till today. She calls me Onyeibe. Then he will come, my mother will say, auntie will come in the morning and say, is she alive today? Onyeibe. My auntie said, I was just like a broom. Then go they laugh me, say, see as it be like broom. So one time, my father, somebody now took my father and my parents. I have said this in Radio Biafra once before. As they took me to, I don't know, I forgot the man's name. Is traditional man, something like that. As they got there, the man asked them, why una go cut the Dada, the Dada, Ubiraga, the Dada? Why una go cut them? My mother say, now they can't say the hair they had to comb. If they comb and 2 seconds, it go twist back till tomorrow. Till tomorrow, right now as I speak to you, I dey carry my natural hair. And you did a very good thing for me. Because me, I be human hair, everywhere, human hair full everywhere. But when you preach, even when I cut my hair low, when they preach about this thing, I start to carry my hair. I know how hard it takes me to treat my hair to be able to comb it. I keep combing it, buying different kinds of hair treatment to comb it, but I don't relax my hair. I don't stretch my hair. This dada, when you they talk, even my first daughter was born dada. And we cut my parents carried that child. We then go to church, they pray, they cut that hair. That child died after 4 years. Do you see the everlasting pain that it have cost me? Everlasting pain.
The appearance of Dada give heart attack to Igbo. So that is why they harass them in airport, everywhere they harass them. Imagine when 1,000 Dada stand before UN. These people will run out there without AK-47. Just 1,000 Dada to stand before United Nations or Donald Trump office. This is why we are saying 1 million man march into USA. Imagine 1 million Dada stand there. The world will be placed on pause. You think we need AK-47 to bring these people down?
You said about this Dada thing. Dada, I have a girlfriend, a German girl. She always liked to make that dreadlocks, yeah? Dreadlocks. Immediately she entered the swimming pool, the thing was stretched again. You go say, oh, I have to use 150 rand again to go and make this thing. Because of her, I have to learn how to do that thing for her. Because she's paying a lot of money to do it. Immediately she enter under shower and water touches that hair. It will go back to her normal straight hair. This thing we are saying, even my father before he died, he said, he called my brother's name. He can't. Now you go hold him. Hey, we laugh. We say, hey, this man too funny. My brother, just go back to your root topic. Those that have ears, let them hear. Even me that is talking. If I have ear, make her they hear. It's time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my brother. I really, really do appreciate it so much. Thanks so much. May God bless you and bless Biafrans all over the world and bless our supreme leader, Mazi Kano. May God bless him for us. Our God sent. My brother, thank you so much.
We must continue. People do not understand. On this segment, we are not talking about religion. My brother on Facebook who is saying leave religion first and fight for freedom. If we can't recover ourselves, we can't recover our land. A madman does not fight for inheritance. When they consider you as a madman, you will go to psychiatric hospital. That is why the politicians in Nigeria were very stupid to say we are miscreants. You must be able to put your brain together. Reverend George Onyeibe tomorrow morning. Nobody violates my conscience. But as a reverend, I will prefer to be a Berean Christian than to be a Thessalonian Christian. And then you should be able to understand the difference. And so when we talk about going back to our culture is not religion. Radio Biafra is where we worship. We are talking about who we are. And when I check your name now, you are a brainwashed fool. But like I said, I don't want to talk to you. You don't come here to advise us. You come here to learn. You either accept it or you leave it. This is where you people get it wrong. Because your brain is not functioning. Oh, it's religion. Don't question Jesus. Oh, it's religion. They are beheading the whole Jesus Christ servant in Nigeria now. And even the head of Jesus Christ disciple here in Nigeria, all of them have gone mute. The only thing they can tell you is to go and fight. Is that what you think we are talking about here? It is my culture. It is my identity. We will say it. And those who will wake up will wake up. And those who are ignorant and speaking from their subconscious mind can keep on yapping. We understand how it works. Mazi Kano came out here. He said, we want Biafra. We want Biafra. A lot of intellectual baboons start saying, what is Biafra? Go and ask Ota Baboon. He said, Biafra is dead and buried. Today now, they are remembering Biafra 50 years on. You will say what you have to say because maybe you are ignorant or you are naive. But we will do what we want to do. In the end, all of you must hail Biafra. You look at the weapon they are using to decimate your people. You disarm them. You disarm them. Look at how educated we are. Look at what we have become. Yemi Osibanjo is a professor of law. Look at what he has become. Compromising the very faith of Redeemed Christian Church. Look at what Yemi Osibanjo had done. To be in the same office with a dead man. Man impersonating the president of Nigeria. And they can't speak up. This is not religion. If it's religion, I will call you and I will tell you who you are. You can't do anything. I'm telling you, go back to your root. Imagine all the 10% you are giving to Yoruba church. You bring it to this platform. Do you think Hausa can buy gun for a Fulani herdsmen to be killing people? You think the money you are giving to Yoruba church after they kill our people, or the one you are going to give the Sudan of Sokoto, do you think if we have it here, any idiot will talk to us here? Ordinary your village, there is no radio Biafra. Do you know that people pay money for me to come on air here? Do you know people pay hard-earned money? You will never hear their name. Sometimes I feel tempted to begin to mention their name. You may never hear their name, but people pay. You are listening now, you are enjoying. You are trying to teach your father. But that is your problem. We understand how it works. You will resist a little bit. You will drag kata. One of these days, I'm going to come on air here with Yoruba people. A lot of Yoruba have been writing me, and their letter breaks my heart. I do not want to read it. I want to bring the Yoruba people. I will organize a program here with the Yoruba people. Let them use their mouth to tell you. And so you'll be ashamed of yourself. I'm piling them already. I have created a forum for them. I call them Biafra Yoruba. You think we are here to joke? Jesus said, I know my sheep. And when I call them, they answer me. I know their name and I call them by name. Mazi now they cannot know his sheep. And he called them by name. And they follow him. But of course, I won't digress further. Kola and WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, Mazi Onyeibe. Good evening, Mazi Onyeibe. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Mazi Onyeibe, I greet you this evening. This is Okwa calling from the top of the bottom of the world in Scandinavia. Mazi Onyeibe, they're not rich for Facebook. They're not rich. They're not rich to make you...
No, the reason I respond to them is I want every matter to be settled. You see, there are some people who are looking at listening to such comments will say, oh, they are talking of religion. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about my culture. I'm talking about the things that threaten my culture. And if religion fall into it, I address religion. If my father fall into it, I address my father. If my best friend, my wife, anybody falls into it, I address them. But certainly, I'm not talking to them. There's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. But a lot of our people speak from their subconscious mind and they think they are wise. Imagine it's as simple as if I say I am going to the shrine in Jerusalem, a lot of people will disassociate from me. But when I say I'm going to the temple in Jerusalem, I look holy. So in Africa, it is called shrine. Then in Europe and Oyibo land, it is called temple. Who the heck did this to us? Go ahead, please, my brother.
Madness, Mazi, madness, you know. And before I even forget, I just wanted to tell you, for the breaking of kola, there's this group I know that I would like to add you to. There are some wise men over there that might lead you in that path, you know.
Honestly, and, I will appreciate. I'm always very ashamed when I'm asked to break kola. And you know, I just blab around.
But you said some things yesterday. You know, you said some very, very deep things. You know, and
you see,
you won't understand. You were talking about the different kinds of kola, the three.
I understand.
Kola,
I understand all those things, but there is a part of it I'm missing. I'm not totally ignorant, honestly.
You're not missing anything. It's that simple, Martin.
You won't understand.
You see. It is because of what we are programmed to understand that's what makes us think the abilities, the possibilities hard or difficult or magic or what they call black magic, but what we call us, you know, Nshi, you know what I mean? Nshiotu, you know, what we call ourselves. You understand, Mazi? I don't want to go there.
Of course, go ahead.
Definitely, I will add you, you know, to that group. You know, I mean, hopefully. And talking about the Nazareans, you know, they should be proud of themselves. I know they are hearing you, they are hearing us, but there is reason for everything. So, what the reason? Why is it the hair? The hair is something because in this physicality we call it reality. And in this reality, you know, everything has antenna. Look, all those cats. A cat can jump 4 times its height. You understand what I'm saying? Naturally. That's like a human being jumping from the ground to climb his roof without breaking the roof and, falling. You understand what I'm saying, Mazi Onyeibe?
Of course.
So everything has antennas. And, the antennas of the gods is, the follicles, around the body. There's follicles everywhere. Under your armpits, you have follicles in your private parts. And you have follicles on your head. And the brain is in the head. The brain doesn't function without the heart. So I don't put too much emphasis on the brain. But what connects the brain to the heart, to the core of the body, is the spinal cord. That is the central nervous system. And the hair on the head is directly connected to that system that gives us feeling, that gives us reality, the things we see around us. So those people that you are talking about, the real ones, the real Nazarenes, you understand what I'm saying? They are the ones we see in films. All these Superman and all these things, all these shapeshifters, what they depict, and we will keep on weaponizing our people, one way or the other. Mazi Onyeibe, thank you very much. Let me leave you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Yeah. It's very deep. These thoughts are very deep that if we see it, some people will be lost completely. But of course, we will continue. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Good evening from here.
Uche meso nwero wonagumo Jojo Onyeibe nwero wonagumo nyere no maka. I am also a victim of this very case, a very big victim. I have 2 children that were born with this drill, but I never knew. The pastor who made me to become a Christian by fire, by force, it will not be well with his soul.
No, don't curse him. He may be deceived like you were deceived. It may be ignorantly. Go ahead. Out of ignorance, they made me believe that whatsoever that comes rolling hair is a curse to the family. That is how I bind. That is how I destroy. That is how I cast. That is how I sprinkle. That is how I comb till the child became 1 year, and I drill off the hair. The second, my third issue, the same thing. Second and third issue has that thing, and now it's no longer. The glory of Chukwukiki departed from my via the hair. In fact, these people have done a lot to my life. They have destroyed us, particularly destroyed me. Because thank God, Chukwu Okike, the creator of the whole universe, he that knows the heart of man, he knows where I stand. I am very, very happy because he made me to be alive today. And this Biafra, which is my life and my religion, is about to restore and has been restored in my own time. My mother passed through this Biafra civil war. Today she's not here to give accounts. But I am very grateful that this very victory of ours come to my own time. And I know and I believe, as far as I stand on the truth and believe on the truth and work on the truth, Shokike will never make this Biafra to come behind me. It must come with my own. And I will be alive, ripped from my little strength that I've been putting into me. My dear brother, may Chukwukiki bless you. As I'm talking to you, this religion has washed our head. The shrine today is becoming a taboo to the hearing of others. They have destroyed everything, taking it to their own place. But that is another case. Because I know Chukwukiki has come to restore his people. And again, as I'm talking to you, I am very, 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 very proud of Mazi Ebelebe teacher, who is leading me and others back to our roots, teaching us what Ikenga stands for, what Amadio has stand for, what Ezewanyi Agu stand for,
when people, I met somebody in Area yesterday, as I was talking to the person was like, God forbid, I don't do sacrifice, I don't do this. I say, calm down, my dear. It depends who speaks to you. See, when you go to hospital, the lab they are taking, do they take your blood? You say yes. Do they take your water? They say yes. Do they take your urine? You say yes. Do they take your excreta? You say yes. I said, do you work with them in a lab center? He said no. I said, you are worse than a fool. When you go to hospital, look at the logo of that hospital. You will see two snakes, the male and the female, that stand in the staff in the hospital. Go and ask the doctor, what is that thing in your office? What is the meaning of it?
In fact, that snake you see, it used to be one snake, a symbol of the serpent of Moses in the wilderness.
Okay.
Along the line, the Arabian medical practitioners begin to fight the European medical practitioners, so they modify it. But each time they modify it, they hide the truth from the people. And now, the Bible is just like one of the documents that have a reflection of the character and tradition of our ancestors. They say Moses is a white man. Let's go by that. But Moses was born in Africa. He grew up in Africa. He married in Africa. And he died in Africa. And in the time of buried in Africa. And sometimes I begin to wonder, but we will get there. We will get there. So they know what they are doing. One of the days we will study that serpent of Moses. And let's see if Esther does that today. They will say it's evil. It's evil. But
so when I finished talking to that young man yesterday, I told them that is the spirit of Ago that has the power of healing. They can't anybody in their household. The brother was melted before me. He said, sister, are you telling me the truth? I said, this is not telling you the truth because my teacher, he said, my teacher don't teach me foolishness. When I teach you, go and search. I asked the brother, I said, go there and ask.
Thank you very much.
So I am very grateful today that I have come back to realize myself and the mistake I have done for the past. The creator of the heavens and the earth, bless Biafran, the land of the rising sun, the land in which I believe, the land which I stand for, the land which will come before my eyes. And so shall he also go around to bless those that stand in that truth.
Thank you.
Because he said, many are called, but few are chosen. Those that stand for the truth, may the shower of blessings be upon them in the days. Okay? Ori, Afo, Oko, Thank you, sir.
We must continue. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
I'm here.
Thank you for holding on. Go ahead, please.
IPOB.
One family.
One family.
IPOB.
Good evening, Mazi Onyeibe. My names are Benjamin Nze Ofonya. I'm IPOB, full registered member in this land of Osra, Salzburg, Osra. My coordinator is Ebony Chozo. Hello.
Yes, go ahead. The world is listening.
I thank you so much for the program because I've been following your program every time. Even our spring leader, Mazi Namde Kalu. May God bless him, and our deputy leader, Mazi Chembefo, may God protect them and you too. And all other people that have been fighting for the restoration of Biafra in one way or the other. I just want to chip in something. You did well, and you are doing well, and I know you can do more and more all the time. So, like our brother, Simon Ekman, there is one guideline that he gives one day in his own side. So, and today I was watching a protest that is going on in the Port Harcourt, sorry. And I found out that thing that he said, I was not following. He said that anytime that the Biafrans are doing protests, let them carry a flag of Israel and America also join to the Biafran. But all I watched the whole program and all the protests they did, I couldn't see it. I'm just see it as an omission somewhere that if you can adopt to be following all the advices
a very quick one. When Donald Trump was inaugurated into office, I was among the Biafrans that came to protest here in Port Harcourt. And we carried the Israel flag. The video is still online. I will upload it after this broadcast. We carried the Israel flag. We carried the American flag. We have Biafran flag with us. I can assure you that over 70 people died in that protest. They were shot. The very week, that should be 20th of January, that year Donald Trump was inaugurated as the president of America. They didn't say anything. Go back online. There is an Israel flag there. There is an American flag there. Anybody can say what they want. Our case has been concluded and settled by these people. The only thing we are here to protest with is Omo. We will discuss it in one of these programs. And our next protest, we will carry Omo. And you will see why Awasa and Islam are afraid of Omo. We will get to that topic. So we have carried the flag of heaven and earth. We have marched the street of Biafra land. Awasa Fulani don't have respect for them. They will shoot all of us. If you protest and Nigeria is not attacking you, that means you are not against Nigerian unity. If we want to protest for betterment of one Nigeria, which is betterment of looting and stealing, they will escort you. Have you not seen the Fulani protesting in the north and Nigerian police are guiding them? They really don't need America or Israel flag. Of course. So our matter have been concluded and settled. The only thing that will save us is Chukwu Kikabiama, and that will be our redefining situation by our action. People can say what they like, but we have, we have exploited every option, and there is one option left for us. We will do all of them. So we have done that time without number. In fact, the video I played in my yesterday broadcast, in that very program was shake hand across River Niger. We did have American flag there, Israel flag there. In fact, Israel flag is always with us. I don't think there is any protest we, indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB has embarked on without Israel flag and American flag, of course. And so somebody coming to say when we do it, we should go. Nigerians are burning Israel flag and American flag. Did you not see it when they killed al-Baghdadi and the other man? Did Nigeria in Abuja not burn Israel flag and the American flag? Did you hear them say anything about it? Then if they come out and say death to Israel, death to America, and they say nothing, is it when we carry the flag now, they will say, oh, run, oh, the flag will kill you? Those are ideas of people who are not in the system. When they come, they will understand. Go ahead, please. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, no problem. It's good to give me this wisdom also. But I think we don't have to be saved because they did not do anything or because they are still watching what is happening. The whole world is watching.
As far as IPOB is concerned, 3 flags must go with us on protest. Biafran flag number 1, Israel flag number 2, American flag number 3. And that is because the way they reason and the way we reason is almost the same. The way they value life is the way we value life. But if they begin to behave like Fulani herdsmen or jihadists like al-Baghdad in the future, it does not really matter. We will disassociate from them. But for now, they are part of our beating heart, whether they notice it now or not. We love them more than life itself. We protect them. There is one of our brothers that I normally call. I call him monitoring spirit. If he come, he will say, Trump or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your savior. But Trump will not understand. One day he will understand. And that is the truth. We love them, but whatever they do about us, there is no problem. We will rise. We will be free. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you so much. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. And having said that, this is where we draw this segment. We are Biafrans in the beginning until they made us Nigeria. And our target is to remain Biafra even until the end of time. Our people must learn to embrace the truth. Our people must learn to know the truth. Our people must live by the truth because this is the only element of life that will remain in the end. The truth. If lie is lie, that is the truth. If the truth is the truth, it remains the truth. If good is good, that is the truth. And if bad is bad, that is the truth. And the truth is that Biafra is Biafra. And that is the truth. I'll take one more call and we'll sign off from this segment. Call on WhatsApp, are you there?
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra, go ahead, please.
Good evening, my brother. I'm calling all the way from Italy. I so much appreciate and like the program. And God will bless our leader, Mazi and also our deputy, as well as you, George Onyeibe. I thank you for the good effort you have been putting in this. And please, I will say one thing. Our people back home, they should be careful because there's this rumor going around, the Fulani trying to set some ambush towards our Biafra land. Please, they should focus. Especially, they are using through this place, Bende, to come into our place. So please, they should be very, very focused and watchful because of the way they are planning now. They are planning way to be bringing some instruments to Biafra land. Because all their plans is for them to come and conquer. But we know that at the end of it, Biafra will come. So what I'm trying to say, please, we should advise our brother back home. They should try and watch and be very careful about the way the Fulani trip into our places for their safety. Because the way it's happening now, their plans for us is just to come to Biafra land to scatter. But while God we serve, we conquer. And we know that God we are serving will always be there for us. That is why I just want to contribute, my brother, very much. Thank you very much.
And this is where we draw the curtain. Wonderful Biafrans, understand. Our message is simple. We want to go home. There is no nation today that is anything except, first of all, they hold their ancestors in high esteem. When America is fighting, the only thing that shows that America is fighting for Americans is when they begin to tell you about the sacrifice of American patrons. They are very proud to tell you about George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, among others. These are their ancestors. They call them the founding fathers. And whatever these men have done, become the lubricant that makes the wheel, America, move smoothly. You go to the Chinese, or the Asian, and the rest of the world, they're so much proud of who their father is. It keeps them focused. And if somebody tells me being proud of my ancestors, it's shameful. When you want to change the narratives because the narrative haven't changed already, I tell you, I will not agree with you. But of course, I will not argue with you because your father is not my father. I will stand up from here, and a few moments from now, we'll come back segment. Do not go away. I'll be back in a minute after this timeout.
This is my song for freedom. They call me Chris Jokey. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for still God is always with me. Yeah, He's always with me. And the sun will rise, my brothers will be coming home. Yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now, now. For happiness we all rejoice. Cause we are, yes, we are the children of God. I am talking about the holy land, yeah, where God will always reign, and the sun will shine again. So we the people rejoice, yeah, where no one will tell me, yeah, that my song is suicidal, that I will lose my life for singing song, where there is freedom of speech. Mr. Mepho will remind us, yeah, that we are children of the Most High God. In Jerusalem we meet again, yeah, cause we are, yes, we are the children of God, and the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now, now. For happiness we all rejoice. Cause we are, yes, we are the children of God. We are praying for the moment, yeah, when heaven will come for us, and the world will talk about us, so no one else have to die. All this nation will respect us, yeah. Understand we just wanna go back home. No amount of gun can stop the show, yeah. Cause we all got possessed, and the spirit is in me. My director will return home, yeah. Show us love he used to do before. Beautiful faces I will see again, yeah. We need you, we miss you, and we wait on you. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now, now. For happiness we all rejoice. Cause we are, yes, we are the children of God. I hear you. Believe that. Holy, holy, Namdekano is another Savior. Holy, holy, Namdekano is another Savior. Biafra, baby, the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and no time is too late. So join me, let us get it now, now. For happiness we all rejoice. Cause we are, yes, we are the children of God.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live to Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Ukafo Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. One day, men and women, of course, Biafran will understand the mindset behind those words. Not to promise. Not to promise. That is why no matter how much the enemy wrestle, fight on here, he stood upon the word of our leader. Our leaders say, as far as we come on air every day, Biafra must come. And even when Biafra come, we shall come on air every day. And when those words were challenged, a man stood and said, the heart of this project will not see corruption. Of course, Mazi Ukafo Mefo is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazi Ukano, the prince of Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku kingdom. Of course, we are still mourning the king and the queen, killed by Nigerian government as a result of harassment, intimidation. They were traumatized. Both of them are dead. We will bury them. The family and the people of Ibeku, the people of Umuahia, Biafrans, all the people of Umuahia, they shall bury their king. Mazi Nandekano is the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television. The one and the only man that commands our loyalty. Of course, our heart is with him. What he says we will do. Where he lead, we follow. He's a father and a mother to us. A friend and a master as well. He becomes the thought that fills our heart and gives us strength. If I say it's the bread that we eat and the tea we drink, you will misunderstand it. But only one man commands our loyalty. When people come and say, give me order, give us order, it's not because they don't know what to do. It is not because everybody that come here and say, give me order, don't think they are mad or they are saboteur. Anytime you hear certain people say, give us order, they are telling him that you are the hand that is holding us at this moment. Because what Biafrans know today, if most of you know that this is what Nigeria will be doing, have been doing to us, you will go jagger. But now we all know the truth. Nigeria is uploading. Everybody is confused. They've all gone insane. How many of you listen to the National Assembly addressing themselves today? They were laughing like Pawan Tapa. Very pathetic. People were listening to what they were saying. I was just looking at how they were laughing. They look like laughing jackass. Ndiara senators. They were laughing like Pawan Tapas, like drunkards. And I hope America and Europe and the rest are watching them. The evil they planted in the name of a country. They were laughing. As they are laughing, they have heard a meeting of the camera. They have arranged themselves. And then when they address it, they will have it. Don't mind them. Do you know how much each of them were paid to appear before that so-called Halo chamber? You don't know. Our representatives. Do you know how much millions they pay for each of those meetings they hold? Petrol allowance, kerosene allowance, data bar allowance, photographer allowance, cameraman allowance, girlfriend allowance, lodging allowance. They are fooling Nigerians. I am George Onyeibe. I'm from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, I will not proceed until I acknowledge the Creator. We call him Chukwu Kikabiama. He's the one we worship. And in my humble way this evening, I say, Ani naja gemau makanezi oku emara mai Ihunanya nena gị, obiọma gị, o juru anya dadị o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ịbụ Alfa na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o. Chukwu anyị na-efe dị mma, Chukwu anyị na-efe dị mma, ndị mozi na-eto ya, ịnụwa na-aja ya mma, Chukwu anyị na-efe dị mma. Ise. And of course, our topic this evening is simple. Different story from different people about one country called Nigeria. Different stories from different people about a country called Nigeria. A day will come. One thing is sure in life. Whether you succeed or you fail, people will one day talk about you. They will talk about your story. One of the greatest weapons of undoing Africa in general, and Biafrans in particular, is that they have invaded our land. The enemies wrote our history. And everything we have become today, it is their handwork. But the point at this, or the issue I want you to understand today, is that it is very important you know what people talks about you. It doesn't mean that is what you are. I want to remind us that Jesus knows the importance of this truth. He knows the importance of telling your story. He knows that if your enemy tell your story, you are dead. And Jesus would not want anybody to tell his story while he was here on earth. And that is why in the book of Mark chapter 8 verse 27, Jesus called his disciple and said, "Who do men say that I am?" The question is still resounding till today as far as Christianity is concerned. Who do men say that Jesus is? A lot of people are still asking this question. But he answered it himself. Who do men say Biafrans are? Before now, who do they say we are? Today, who do they say we are? And who are they going to say that we are tomorrow? We must tell our story. And I think that is why we are here. And somebody is going to ask you, what is Biafra? Who are Biafra? Who do men say that we are? Jesus asked this same question. Like I said, our topic is different story coming from different people about one country called Nigeria. Today, a lot of things is happening. For instance, in Port Harcourt, a police station in Maiwan went to Ikoku where they sell motor pass. This market is occupied by Igbo Biafrans. At least 99.9% of people who are in that market are Igbo. The Nigerian police, the DPO, is headed by Yoruba. The other Oga is headed by Hausa. No Igbo man there except the Igbo idiot whose father are Hausa Fulani. They went to those boys and caught 5 of them. They were testing the vehicle they went to work. They were mechanic. But they were Igbo. That is their crime. The Nigerian police arrested them. Why are you running one way? They would have contravened them and charged them for obstruction on highway or inconsequential driving, because Nigeria will arrest you and manufacture charges for you. Those charges are not in Nigerian constitution. They will manufacture one for you, but it's okay. The boys say, we cannot give you money, we don't have money. Nigerian police started searching them. And 5 of them, they discovered 150,000 naira from their pocket. What I'm saying, Wike is aware. The whole people in Port Harcourt are aware. I think they protested today about the issue. I think for the first time, Ohaneze Ndibo is trying to behave normal. The Nigerian police arrested these 5 people, put them inside the police station, start torturing them, all in the bid to collect 150,000 from them. And what did they do? They tortured them till one of them, called Chima, died in torture. Those of you go to social media, the picture of the remaining 4, they have released them. Let me tell you their story. Because before now, somebody told you their story. And immediately they died. The vehicle these boys were carrying were stolen by the Nigerian police. The Nigerian police immediately took the dead body for autopsy. All of a sudden, the Nigerian police become so good. They took Chima's dead body, according to them, to run autopsy. And doctor told them that too much sugar killed Chima. Bring out Chima dead body now. Nigerian police refuse to bring out Chima dead body. But don't be surprised, they have sold his kidney. Don't be surprised, Nigerian government or Nigerian police have sold his liver. Because when we tell you Nigeria is evil, people don't understand. Anybody listening to me, the one must ask Nigerian police. In my one, headed by one Yoruba man, Nigerian police, because all the DPO of police in Biafra land, all of them are Yoruba. The DPO have not said anything. Chima is dead. They refuse to bring out his dead body. Maybe they have sold his liver. Because of course, SARS sell human parts. They know what we are talking about. But it's propaganda until it will meet you. We will tell our story. The people came out to protest. They shot them. And I think people died. The governor gave order. No protest in River State. No protest in River State. But people did protest today. They shot down Ikoku today. And they released the 4 remaining. Did you see how Nigerian torture person running obstruction? They were supposed to be contravened for breaking traffic rule. Did you see how they torture them? They tagged them kidnapper. They tagged them cultists. They tagged them. No name they didn't tag them. And now when their evil was exposed, the human rights lawyer that came in defense of these people asked Nigerian police, release these boys. Nigerian police went to make arrangement with court. Instead of court to grant them bail, court went to remind them again. What do they call it? Is it DPP or PPD? Yoshi. People are rotting and decaying. You are moving them from one dungeon to another just to cover the atrocity. But let me tell you, go to DSS, go to anywhere Nigerian people torture us. They beat you with cutlass. Those of you who have been to DSS dungeon, you know they used to beat people. I was there, they didn't tell me. When they finish beating you with cutlass, all your body will peel. You will be rotting and decaying there. That is one reason why they don't allow your family member to see you. So if they lock you up for 1 month, they are locking you up so that your injury will heal. And that is when they want to leave you. Maybe your kidney or liver is not healthy enough for sale. But one of the main reasons why they don't allow your people to see you, because they will torture you till you confess that you did what you did not do. This is your one Nigeria. Today, Chima's story would not have been told. If not that the owner of the motor gave testament that their car were not stolen, that these boys were mechanic assigned to do those jobs, today, people who know Chima would have said Chima is a cultist. Or moreover, they would have said Chima is a kidnapper. They would have called Chima a different name. But today, even though Chima is dead, leaving a newly wedded wife about 8 months pregnant alone, without mother or father, leaving that child, not having the privilege to know his father. This is the true story of Chima, the Ikoku boy that were murdered by Nigerian police. But how many are we going to say? The story of Nigeria. But I tell you this same story I just told you. Go and listen to Nigerian media. They are going to lie to you. They are going to lie to you. They will change the story. You will even kill Chima, even though he is dead. And I tell you, those ones they have released, only God will save them. But having said so, we go back to Jesus to help us draw this matter back home. And so Biafrans must understand what our faith in one Nigeria is all about. There is no need to discuss anything. They are trying to throw kind of restructure. It doesn't work that way. Because the restructure that will fit Nigeria will take away the power for Fulani to control the oil well in Biafra land. The restructure you talk about will actually disarm those Boko Haram in our land to go back from the hair where they are coming from. The restructure you talk about will destroy cabals and godfatherism. The restructure they try to project to you is the same thing that led to the war, because Ojukwu called for restructure. That is what Aburi Accord is all about. And so don't let them deceive you. Who do men say that we are? You that is listening to this broadcast, you are not a member of IPOB. Who do you say that we are? And Jesus looked at the disciples and said, who do you say that I am? His disciples thought he was joking. They were smiling. Some say, oh, you are Elijah. The other one say, oh, you are John the Baptist. The other one say, oh, you are Rosemary. They thought he was joking. Until Peter said, no, you are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. If I ask you now, who is Biafra? Who is IPOB? It will amaze you. Some people will say, Biafra is war. Because Nigerian told our story. So when you say, we are Biafran, the next thing your brother will tell you is, don't bring war here. We don't want war. We don't want war. I say my father's name is Biafra. You are telling me you don't want war. Does my father's name bring war? Who do men say that we are? If we don't write our story while we have the time, everything they have said about us will remain that way. Imagine if Jesus has not responded to them. Imagine the confusion, the hulobalo that would have brought into Christianity. Because by now, some people will say, no, Jesus is John the Baptist. Others will say, it's a lie, he's Elijah. The next one will say, we don't agree, he's Zachariah. But it is on record, whether you believe it or not, he's the Son of God. He's the Son of God. And so who do men say that Biafra is? Who do men say that IPOB is? It is important we write our story. Today I ask you the same question. Who are Biafrans? And what do people say we are? A lot of people will answer many things, but let us tell the story together. The British perspective of the story of one Nigeria. When you go to London, go to BBC, go to Theresa May, Queen of England, Rola Lady Da, Margaret Thatcher, Peter Buota, and all of them, assemble them, ask them about Nigeria. They will cross their leg. They will balance very well. They will adjust their suit, and they will start this way. Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa. Very rich in oil and gas and other mineral resources. Nigeria is a country of diversity. Very strong country with the leadership of Muhammadu Buhari fighting corruption. Nigerian integrity cannot be negotiated. Britain will protect the territorial integrity of Nigeria. This is what Britain tells you. They will remind you that Nigeria is giant of Africa, of course, giant of idiots. And then they remind you that Nigeria have oil and gas. And the time they are telling you that the territorial integrity of Nigeria is one thing they will not allow anybody to question, they are simply telling you our oil in Biafra land is our company. Nobody dare touch with our company. They don't love Nigeria. They say one thing, but their actions say another. Britain has fought to keep the territory of Nigeria one, but British sold Bakassi Peninsula to Cameroon, France. And if Abazonia have to go today, part of Adamawa will go into Abazonia. An arrangement is being made to perfect all those arrangements. But for where there is oil well, the territorial integrity cannot be tempered. And so as far as the world is concerned, Nigeria is just one company belonging to Britain. You are a company. The difference is that some are managers, some are secretary, some are sales boys. Hausa, Fulani are the manager. Yorubas are the secretary. And Igbos are the sales boys. That is the story of one Nigeria from the British perspective. But is that who we are? Are we sales boys in Nigeria? Even if they make us sales boys, are we sales boys for Nigeria? And now it's time to reevaluate. Who do men say that we are? And who are we? And our children will wake up one day and say, oh, according to one Onyeibe man, we are sales boys in Nigeria. Is it not amazing now that our boys have now entered into cattle rearing as old as 6 years? But if you don't reject these things, they become part of you. The foreign beneficiaries of one Nigerian perspective, their story about one Nigeria. There are a lot of countries benefiting from the company called Nigeria. Their story is different from Britain. If you ask the country that have all the oil well in Biafra land, stealing this oil, you can go on from Shell to Chevron to Eni to Saipem to Total to Mobil. Go on to all of them. This represent the companies that are beneficiaries. Among others, I can't mention their name now. Ask them, what do you know about Nigeria? Who are Nigerians? They don't see Nigeria as a most populous African country. They see Nigeria as a location where they go to steal oil under the radar. And so they have nothing to talk. They don't have anything about you. Their opinion, you don't exist. Nigeria, well, Nigeria, I don't know. Nigeria is in West Africa. Nigeria, they just answer you sharp. The only thing they know is oil where. What is their location of oil? They know all the name of the community in Biafra land, because most of them are named after them. But they don't have a view of you, no story to tell about you. You never existed. And that is why when you interview some of them, they pretend as if they don't know about Nigeria. And so they rather ignore you. And so you don't have a story. And that is why you tell some people, we are Biafra. You say, who is a Biafra? Nothing like Biafra. But they know they are Biafran. But they want to dismiss the whole truth because they must protect their interest. That is the same way oil companies in Biafra land sponsor cultism and terrorism across Nigeria. But they never talk about it. Without terrorism, without promoting cultism, they can't be able to function. Who do men say that we are? Because this is a general view of who Nigerians are. Despite the fact of what Nigerians are doing to dominate Biafra, oppress Biafra, their children still suffer for it. You look at the Yoruba perspective of one Nigeria. It is simple. Nigeria is our country where we must all live and die together. And that is why I dare them. Let them come and fight against one Nigeria. And as far as anybody is not fighting against one Nigeria, they will never get my respect. Osibanjo was a Umuahia day before yesterday now. Go and check his record. I thank God that it is our father that fight. We now that are here today, we cannot try to fight at all. Let us begin to remarry ourselves. But the richest woman alive, black woman alive, is a Yoruba woman. Mrs. Alakeja, she owns oil well in Bayelsa. But I wonder how many Bayelsa women can feed good food 3 times a day. But that is their perspective of one Nigeria. Nigeria is our country. We will work hard to build Nigeria. And so you want to know who Nigerians are from their definition. You are lost. You are dead. We move ahead to look at the Nigerian perspective story from the Hausa. They will tell you Nigeria is created by God. God created Nigeria. God put us inside Nigeria. All of us must live inside Nigeria. All of us must die inside Nigeria. But yet you are an infidel. Their own perspective of Nigeria is that it is the estate of their forefather. They must subdue all of you. You are nobody. Go and ask them now, who is Nigeria? And I begin to question, I begin to wonder. When somebody is telling you, oh, by force you must be a Nigeria. Oh, you are Nigeria. Who is Nigeria? From different perspectives, they tell different story. The Yoruba knew the fire that is burning cannot be quenched. They have smartly moved on to form Omoteko to defend themselves or maybe do other dirty job in future. But go and watch the Hausa Fulani, or rather the Fulani. They have been crying and lamenting on social media. Oh, Yoruba want to break one Nigeria. Oh, Yoruba want to cause trouble. Oh, Yoruba cannot do police. Oh, but these people have their police. So they think Nigerians are fools. They harass you, they intimidate you, you shut up. They are born to rule. And to them, Nigeria is another Islamic nation somewhere in West Africa. But of course, not Biafra land. Go and ask somebody from Middle Belt their own perspective of what Nigeria is. It's just about playing second-hand fiddle for the Fulani. And then they too can be getting their own percentage. This is what they know about Nigeria. Nigeria is just kill Igbo man and become relevant. And so from different people, you get different news. But you go to a genuine Biafran. Rather, let's look at the saboteur. As a saboteur, what do you see about Nigeria? Go and ask Kenneth Okonkwo. He will tell you he went to read law for Nigeria, his father country, not to support Mazi and Kano. This is how they sound. So Nigeria is their fatherland. The worst definition you can get from people about who you are is coming from Biafran. Saboteurs, I mean, rather. And when you see people like Onyeibe telling you, I will sabotage Biafra, you think pair of life is in their hand. Who do men say that we are? They are the one writing our story. But will you understand the implication of all these things? But if you ask a Biafran, who do men say that we are? You will discover the story will change. Because I will rightfully tell you that Biafrans are the most endangered species here on earth, of Homo sapiens here on earth. I will tell you that Biafrans are the most wealthy nation on earth, but yet very poor people. I will tell you that we are the most endangered species, and nobody will speak for us. I will tell you that the word that is the laws that are applicable to save other people is not meant for us. I will tell you that Biafran genocide is the only genocide the United Nations will not talk about. Britain will not talk about it. America will not talk about it. Nobody will not talk about it. Because maybe they are shying away from the atrocity. They don't want you to know. I can assure you that Biafrans will fight to the end until their land is restored. I can tell you that Biafrans are not here to conquer anybody, but we want our life back because they have been taken from us. And now, did you get the difference in the story? So who do men say that we are? Nigerians have tried to call us different names. They are miscreants. They are this one. They are that one. But they are the miscreants. They are the one who wrote our story. They are the one who say who we are and that we are not. When are we going to begin to write our story? When will you stop speaking from your subconscious mind like a broken record, telling us what they told you? When will you truly embrace the truth about the true position of Biafrans? It is simple. If we fail to write our story, these people will write our story for us. If we fail to tell the world who we are, these people will say what we are not. And as we can all see, they are doing that already. Biafrans, wherever you are around the globe, I do not have much to tell you tonight, but to beckon on you to rise and preach this gospel. Arise and tell everybody about Biafra. Arise and tell them our story, that our land is under military occupation. Since 2015 till today, the amount of ammunition in Biafra land is bigger than the American armory. Arise and tell them the truth. The Fulani herdsmen are army that are used to populate Nigeria. And Nigeria keep defending them, killing innocent people. If they call you Nigeria, it doesn't matter where you come from. The people in Plateau State are having their own share of one Nigeria. If you don't arise and tell them the story of one Nigeria, they will cut all of you down. People from Plateau State, people who call themselves Hausa Middle Belt, arise and tell the world what they are doing to you. Governor Otom told them that Fulani herdsmen shot at him. Nigeria has spent more money to that claim. Arise and tell them that the Fulani, as directed by the British government as you are speaking today, have their soldiers, foot soldier, on guerrilla war, killing the indigenous people. They will come for Yoruba. Omoteku will not save them until they start telling the world the story of one Nigeria. Gowon must speak up, confess his atrocity against the Biafran. The Plateau people will be free. Plateau cannot keep quiet. Let them speak up and tell the world what Nigeria is all about. Agatu people must wake up. Benue people must wake up and tell the world who Nigerians are. Every Nigerian must begin to tell their story to the world. So British government can be very happy of this evil enclave, this Satan abode they created. If you don't tell them who Nigerians are, all these criminals will tell your story for you. Look at how bad it has become. No matter the number of people that are killed, it don't make sense to Nigerians anymore. Arise and tell them that Nigerians celebrate death and not life. Arise and tell them that Nigeria is a terrorist state and they are killing Christians. Arise and tell them as a Christian that they are beheading Christians. Arise and tell them as a politician that Nigerians don't have INEC, they rig people into office. As a lawyer, arise and tell them that the Chief Justice of Nigeria did not go to school. Politicians must arise and tell the story of Nigeria that is an imposter, a Jubu from Sudan that is the president of Nigeria. Arise and tell them that British government is stealing oil from Biafra land and as such they will kill Biafran. Arise and tell them that Boko Haram is full soldier to kill the indigenous people in Nigeria. Arise and say the truth. If you don't tell the truth, they will say the truth for you. And that is why we're here. We will tell the story of who Nigerians are. And do not forget to tell the story of who Biafrans are. Oduduwa must tell Oduduwa story. Arewa must talk Arewa story. Middle Belt must talk the story of Middle Belt. And if they call you South, South or Southeast, you must talk the story of your people. Because this is the time we must make the world see who Nigerians truly are, what they truly represent, and the need why she must be obliterated from the face of this planet Earth. I'll be back in a minute.
The history of a people, I repeat, is like the stream of life from which the character form and structure of the identity, their backwardness and progress are drawn. It affords a people the platform on which to predict their future. Though, just as every stream has a source, so every group of people has a beginning.
I had a voice on the radio Biafra, London is the mouthpiece of the Biafrans. And the can is his name. He made a vow to fight the end till our nation Biafra is restored. We love him, it's our mentor. Biafra is for real. Yeah. We will keep on fighting till the end.
Anything you hear on radio Biafra is the gospel truth.
I had a voice right in the air, sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom. Yeah, now I come. I had a voice right in the air, telling me to listen. Biafra freedom is play. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. For many years after the war, Yeah. We be praying to give us a good leader in Biafra land to replace Ojuku. Until I wake up one day, one morning, I tune to my radio 102.1 FM, radio, Biafra. All I had is love.
The people cannot predict the future if they do not know their past.
Nande Gano's voice, I had a voice I think, Sunday like a Sunday, calling for my freedom, Now I come, I had a voice I think, telling me to listen. Biafra's freedom is play, it's telling me Biafra is mine, Biafra is mine, Biafra is mine.
Yes, this is the time Biafrans must get ready across the globe. You tell them the story of Nigeria. You tell them the story of Biafra. You must tell them the story of Biafra. If you are a Biafra, you are here to join IPOB. You must join IPOB. Either you join by the leading of the spirit of Chukwu Kikabiama, or you will join when Fulani herdsmen will come for you. But of course, it will be honorable and you will have respect when you do it willingly. Biafrans are going. Fulani will not rest until they get the best of us. And we will assure them they will not go beyond the level they have gone to. But to manage collateral damage, we beckon on you. Look for IPOB and join. You see, we don't care about what they are doing because we know where we are holding them. But certainly we are very meticulous in discharging our duty to defend our fatherland. It is because of those of you we are calling. Because this rain will fall. It doesn't matter where you are. Because we know what happened to the generation of 1967 and 1970. We must tell our story. Who do men say that we are? What do saboteurs talk about us? This is the time. Of course, you want to join IPOB, you've not been able to locate the nearest family. You send us your name, your phone number, your location on this WhatsApp line. I can assure you that the nearest coordinator will contact you. And that WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614 is our direct line. Once again, my heart goes out to our people in Lagos. Ale Balogu to be precise. They will burn your building, they will burn your business, but in the end, every of their action will lead us to Biafra, and we will tell our story. This is the time to tell your story. Call on WhatsApp, are you there? 971.
Hello.
Yes, I will advise you to turn down your radio set or you move away from it. Go ahead. Good evening, your name and where are you calling from? Yes, a caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi, where is the one?
Go ahead, please.
I was going through the Facebook today and saw somebody called Kenneth Okonkwo. I'm trying to remind him the one of the films in those days called Living in Bondage. So I know that Kenneth, or whosoever that he called himself, had started to live in bondage forever, and he will keep on. Thank God that his mouth is wide enough to chop shit, because he said that it's better for him to chop shit. So his mouth is wide enough to chop as many as shit. Let him pack the shit, because he will eat shit until everywhere. We are not begging anybody to join IPOB or to become Biafra. It's not by force. Our leader have already said it. When the referendum comes, it's like somebody, because all this while I have not been around. Biafra. When you are talking of Isaka in the Bible, they are the children of Isaka. Igala is there. And there was a time they are trying to create Ada state in Enugu state. Ada is there in that Bible, the same Bible. And there are many other things. They have turned our names upside down, as you rightly said. They are writing our story for us. So I'm just coming down from Enugu, somewhere in Newe, where two communities, they are fighting. Then let's go here. Here about the strategy that they are using all these evil so-called chief and the thieves, be creating problem from us. They create autonomy. Then if we created the autonomous now, you will be seeing your brother as enemy. I'm using this medium to advise those people there to withdraw from that fight. Because as we are there yesterday, you see the flag of the church. You see the line up with about 20 healers, brought their ammunition to the same place. Then I give all the same people because already I started the fight. And then goes on. So how long will our people? And let me remind all this of high chief or low chief, all of them must come down one day. Since they have been using our lives for politics, I am still assuring them that the land of Biafra Gejin have so anybody, man, because Kenneth Okonkwo, that idiot or the now. I'm brought up and because I don't see any full-fledged and born-again Igbo person who will bearing our blood that will open mouth and tell us in the media, social media, that I am still telling you now that and there are many of you. Because Biafra must be restored, and our land must be restored. So all these things, Ale, we are not joking. We are not joking about it. We are serious about what they are doing. So that Biafra person, like here to become Biafra, is not by force. So you believe John will put it on all our go town. So you know a place called Ahava. Now they call it Ahava in the Bible, but it's Ahava, and there are many of them. Because they have decided to change. It was here, your name. It sounds like strange name. It was here, your brother. It's only one negative on your job before you. So since they have set the trial for us to be clean ourselves, let us abandon. Get about here that will bring problem. So let them go ahead. But only Omana or Japa Saho Manowea. That people from that name we should withdraw from that nonsense. We are able to without human beings. Let them stop that nonsense from that place. That place. Let it arise the same place because all the have been here for long. There are people going back concerning my dreadlock or the rest of them. My brother, in the Madaro. Because after I am that time to get the number, but or the beef. And when a child didn't go up to today because of Dada. After seeing the half other says it doesn't matter. The blood of Jesus have covered everything. Are you mad? Are you the creator? Why can't we reason? And this people who use the medium now, in short, always get any little opportunity. You know that people need opportunity to do or something that we can never, that we will continue regretting in this life. Then how long we will keep on hammering, like this social media until and many other things that they have been using now, living all this wealth how they may acquired. How they have Jaga. Take the one when I give me Jesus. Then Haga as we may acquire wealth. Have this wealth Haga. Then you want to run as a stupid as you said that you want to become poor. and happy your dignity, happy your prestige, happy happy like Andy Ndojo. He was a slave to them. Mazi, let me just hold it. We will continue until our land must be restored. We don't have any apology to any bastard. This is our land. We will continue. Also, the whole world acquire weapons to this land. The land of Biafra must swallow them. I'm promising them. The land of Biafra must swallow them. So, let me just hold on for
Thank you very much.
Then tomorrow we continue.
Kola on WhatsApp. Kola on WhatsApp, are you there?
Hello, Mazi, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mazi. Good evening. Let's go to Biafra, bless you for us. Mazi, my name is Kanimo. Kanimo is calling from ONYIBE. Bible is in Biafra land. Thank you for the program. Mazi, as you are saying, have called us so many names. A lot of names they have been given to us. And I'm not surprised because as you are saying it, in the time of Jesus, when you ask the people, who did the world say I am? Who did people say I am? And they start giving Jesus so many names. This one say you are the Messiah. This one say this and that. The people told Jesus so many names. So
of course, that is Zoo Epileptic Network, but we must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Go ahead, please.
God will bless you, Mazi. God will bless you, Mazi. God will bless Mazi Nadikanu, the Messiah of my time, the only creator of my time, the Messiah of my time. That way be say me, I believe, is the Messiah. As true is the Messiah, the truthful man on black people on this earth is the Mazi Nadikanu. May God Chukwokika Biama bless her for me. I want to assure everybody as a Biafra citizen, believe Biafra is coming very soon. As I say, very soon, Biafra is coming. No man nor earth can be able to stop it. No man born of a woman, no matter what they try, whatever they try, even they kill us every time, they can never stop Biafra to come. It's so therefore, I want to assure you this, Mazi, our governor, our SASA governor, our senator from SASA, all of you should join her together now. Because I think, not that I did take this man, what's it called, Onyeibe, but you speak for us the other day. I still thank you. They say, where they take beat small picking, now they'll see the dragon near body because you now see our own. We not get matter what we can reject you all. But una waste this stand as evil, as atrocity to begin to the frustrators. Mona pack una load, go meet Hausa people. Mona pack una load, go meet Yoruba una people. Mona they form one Nigeria for Hausa and Yoruba because Hausa people said they not be Nigeria again. They are Islam. They don't Islamize them. They be full and they get Islamized police. They get Sharia lawyer. They get Sharia police. And Yoruba now they get their Amotekun where they protect them. We thank them for their support for their own self because we know they wish them make Fulani take control of their life. We thank them. But one thing that we assure Africa is this.
for full a black people in Africa. Believe me, there is a new country coming to Africa. It's going to come. It's a Biafra land. It's a Biafra. I want every man on this earth to know Biafra is coming very soon. If you like, you go to pray. Now, where's I be pray for evil? No say, now evil thing. Now they pray for. Others do not fake pastor. Now they pray for killing. More now go they pray. If you pray, may Biafra not come. More now go pray. But you can never go thank God that create earth and sky. God will create heaven and earth. You can never change your will. The problem Nigeria is facing is abomination and the evil and atrocity. If fire begin to burn una for different angle, now I see they say, oh, Jesus. Are you fully Jesus? Do you think Jesus will stand? Jesus will stand for a place that will suck a human being blood every day. Every day, that land is sucking human being blood. You are still calling the name of God. That means you are mocking God on your own. On your own. Now, when they claim, say, una be pastor, so this message now for una they mocking God because God will create heaven and earth. It can never support where killing blood of human being that God create. You are using it every blessed day to sacrifice that land, human being, and you are still praying for that kind of country. So are you mocking God? You think, you as a human being, you reasoner, the God will create you. Is he the blood taking, or is he the God that love blood sacrifice? You tell us. We want to know. You as a Christian. Because me, I don't understand. You guys always say, oh, let's pray for one Nigeria. Since you have been praying since Britain came to Nigeria, since you have been praying, is the condition worse day by day or is they reduce? Una know they get sense. Let me tell you, apart from IPOB, to say IPOB not come, Nigeria, not be this one they talk so. It to say IPOB, they not come. Nigeria for not be fraud now. I just take Mazi the Kanu to see the patient, the IPOB people say, let us focus and let us stop violence. But that violence, we must get our freedom. Either gun or bullet. Now it be waiting we believe on. But believe me, national community, they go give us Biafra. Believe me. Eze Iyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, they want free Palestine now. Make Palestine dead their lane. So you want to tell me now, say, they not give us Biafra? No, Biafra must restore. Before Britain come to Africa, Biafra don't they exist. We don't they exist as a people before Britain come. But since when Britain come, they kill us. After they kill us, they bring Bible to us. To say, oh, if somebody slap you for here, you give on the other side. They want to give Muslim Quran. I tell them, say, your Quran is to kill your enemy. Kill. It's your portion. And we now as a Christian, oh, if somebody slap you, give on the other side. How long can we wait for somebody to killing us every day without reaction? You ask yourself as a Christian, somebody has killed. I wish now Christian they kill Muslim since then. All Christian for that white part. You see Christian, they are betrayal people. They not even they serve God. They know the Christian. Una don't know God at all. Una just the first day now they go church. Whether now I don't know what I want to call that man where they carry person they go. Whether I'll do major or do major. Tell your God may give us Biafra. Tell your God where you believe. Tell him to give us Biafra. Since you have been doing that church, you are never stand and say we need freedom. You never stand. Your God not need freedom. Your God where you they call, where you they pray for, oh God, he not need freedom. I be your God tell us, say, we not free as a people. Your God tell us, say, we should perish. Let me tell you, one thing the Bible said, it said, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. That means you are not the serve God, the way people support. You need to serve God with action. Don't wait for anybody to kill you and say you give out the other side. That means if somebody kill you, you're going to bring your brother for you to still kill. After you kill your brother, you go and bring your mother for you to kill. After you kill your brother, you go and bring your sister. That is why they bring Christianity. I say, if somebody slap you for here, you give her the other side. Let me assure you, all those governors now they form the yeti. The problem one that they face is from heaven, not for any person. That problem if una not wake up, that problem go swallow all of una. Una when they first say una no want join IPOB, all those una govern, una no want support us. Mona pack una things go meet them for Sabisa Forest, or Mona pack una things go meet them for Yoruba. We as a Sasa people, we don't wise, we don't tire. The way where Europe people take the best, the people Biafra when they Europe, the way where they take the best, the people when they Biafra land, not the best like that. Cause the way we voted they useless our people, the way where they take our people for granted, it gonna make you the cry. That is why we have every reason when we are fighting for Biafra. We have all it takes to have Biafra. Without Biafra, as a black people in this world, you can never live a human life. You see the way Black America they suffer, your dread say black people get the way God take credit them because the black people they lost their senses because they frustrated their senses. They leave their forefather God and began to serve white man God. Britain come to our land. It's not because of we too good we are very special. Make them name Nigeria because of the they name you Nigeria because Nigeria is a farm. You know what they call farm? Where white people can call you farm gari, farm cassava, you take it to your country. That's why they put that summer food now. When they say let's pray for Nigeria, are you going to pray for Nigeria for the Fulani to die overnight? Or you are praying for Nigeria for all the Aboki to die overnight? Or you are praying for Nigeria to make sure Metiala to die overnight? What are you praying for? Some pastors say, you see the way they kill now one by one, it go still reach all of una top. Nobody can escape it. I want to assure the Yorubas, I'm not against you all, but I don't like any of your politicians. Your politicians in Yoruba, they are blood-sucking people. They are sucking people blood, which is not right. And they are packing our own resources to develop Lagos. That is why Britain set up Lagos there. Not because of anything. They set up Lagos for the power of Britain. Because all the goods can come there, and if you push car, it can come there. But if they want to remove our Kudoye, sheep they come our land, they can't remove Kudoye. But sheep now they can't drop goods for our land. You see the wickedness. It can only drop goods in Lagos, but it cannot drop goods for our land. But they can remove Kudoye in our land with sheep without nothing happen. You see the wickedness of the people. Let me assure you, some of our leaders, you are trying. I congratulate you. No, everything where they happen for that country, we they set everything from here. Nothing. See, if una no wake up, and start for feet, the fire. See, this one of the first the country they collapse, it they learn, the one where they come so, it go consume all of you. See, Fulani, they pack all of them, they did the territory of Benin. Let me assure you this. Fulani, they did the territory of Benin. See, I don't want anybody, I don't want me, what I believe, because if they finish conquer the Benin, we are in trouble. That's why I'm shouting now. We are in trouble. I want every Sasa people stop marginalize yourself. We are Sasa. These people are Satis. These people are Nenemi. All of you are the same. Before Britain fight with Benin, they fight with Britain. Britain fight with Benin before they get the full power to conquer the Igbo. I wish Britain does not fight the Benin before. They will never have that power to conquer the country. That Benin, there is power lying there, but some people The people that was born by the Fulani people that pregnant our great-grandmother, they born them. They are all traitors, they are all fools, they are all slaves, they are all prostitutes. You see the way they are now. You can differentiate it now, what is happening now. You see their people cannot speak, they are blind spiritually and physically because it's not their fault. Because they bring some Ojuju from the Yoruba to their land. They leave their Ojuju. They begin to serve the Ojuju that came from the Yoruba with the power of the Britain. That is why they get the misunderstanding with their people. I want to assure you this. Biafra is coming to Africa. No man or a woman can stop it. And if anybody try to, that person will lower a grave. You see also, I want to assure you this. If you are Sasa, you are Delta, you are Niger Delta, you are Robo, you are Shekiri, you are Idibio, you are Igbeke, you are Ekmo, you are Ewohini, you are Calabar, you are Ekwale, anywhere you find yourself, you are a Biafra. Stop deceiving yourself with the name of one Nigeria. It can never help you. They can destroy your people, kill your people, and kill your people to rape your mother. That is the most painful thing. The one Nigeria they claiming is for the Fulani to get access to you guys. That is why they are forming that one Nigeria. Because if Biafra come, the Fulani will not pass that territory. You all shall wake up from your slumber. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. Because this war, you talk, you not talk. If the Fulani want to kill you, they will kill you. You better talk for your people to understand that you are not against them. Stop bringing evil to your people. Stop killing your people. The Sasa governor, senator, speak for your people. Stop afraid of Fulani. Stop afraid of Aboki people in your politician. Speak out. If not, the fire that's going to consume you all. If they come, if they come, and nobody is going to stop it. Believe me, Mazi is the Messiah, the true man, the Jesus of my time. That is the only Jesus I believe. I don't believe the Jesus white man came, he died for many years. Our people are still dying day by day. Why that Jesus can never save us? Why that Jesus did not tell us a Fulani has coming? Why, since you have been going to church, since our pastor, some of the witches and wizard pastor, I never prophesied and said, this year Fulani people are coming. I never tell you that, but they can prophesy a year 2100 who is going to win. But they cannot prophesy that say, Fulani and Boko Haram, they are going to come. They cannot prophesy that because they are eating with the devil. Your pastors, your so-called pastor, no matter you find all the pastors in our Lord, all of them, they are eating from the devil. I said, I'm not the go church, but when they go church, una be evil because una want me Fulani kill us first before una call the first say, before una call the tell us say to react. No. We must stand for our slumber. Even though say you pray for money tonight, if Fulani want to take you, they will take you. Nobody is going to stop it. I thank Mazi the Messiah of my time. Continue to guide that for me and IPOB around the world. Let me tell you, the way IPOB they're angry. IPOB diaspora, they are very angry. I swear, I wish now that Bongo, that country for that Kutoto, for that flat, forget all those words. We need to wake up and start to unite our brothers and sisters together. If not, we all are perish as a people, as a black people in this world. Without unity, we are finished as a people. Our so sad governor, our sad senator, no matter what you are representing, are you representing APC for the Fulani to vandalize our land, or you are representing PDP for Fulani to vandalize our land? Tell us, what are you representing? You need to speak up. You need to speak up for ourselves. If not, I swear to that God when they come, It go bear on all of us witness. If all of us still go the other side, all of us go to hellfire. IPOB will go heaven, if heaven really there. Because una pastor not tell us what they say, Fulani they come. They not tell us say X-Men they come. They not tell us say Boko Haram they come. They deceive us. Una Christian, una when they found a Christian, when they found Christian for that zoo called Nigeria, all of them are demon. Mona stop to the go church. Church can never save everyone. Thank you, Mazi. I speak my mind. Thank you.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 holy,
Special dedication to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 holy. Is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 holy. Is another Savior. Holy, 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 holy. Is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa. Yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Yamadika, Yadwika, Kokwana, no. Hey, I don't make a mazuche me for. It's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing, holy, 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 holy. Now they come. Is another Savior. Holy, 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 holy. Now they come. Is another Savior. Holy, 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 holy. Now they come. Is another Savior. Holy, 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 holy. Now they come. Is another Savior. Holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. Holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior.
Yes, Mazi Nandekano is another Savior, and our message tonight is very simple. You must tell your story, or else someone else will tell it for you. Nigerians, anywhere you are in the world, they have tagged you as an animal with the name called Nigeria. Nigeria, anywhere you are a 419, you are stupid, you are hopeless. They tag you as an animal called Nigeria. Tell them your story. They think you are Nigeria. You are not. They will finish Plateau people. Fulani, the British genetic manufactured Homo sapien. They will finish you people. Gowon will not speak up because Gowon, it was part of them. All of you that kill Biafra, you will pay for it. Only thing that will save all of you is begin to speak against Nigeria. Tell them your story in one Nigeria. Plateau people, tell them the story. Stop protecting one Nigeria because all of you will die inside one Nigeria. We will come for Nigeria, but all of you will use your hand to kill yourself. Nigeria will use their hand to kill themselves. Yoruba, tell them the story of one Nigeria. You can't hide anything again. Yoruba Omotekun will not stop this war coming. Everybody must tell them the story of one Nigeria. Senators, all of you legislators, all of you judiciaries, tell them the story of one Nigeria. British government, tell them the true version of your one Nigeria. That Nigeria is a company where you train animals. You sell them like chicken from the poultry farm. You tell them the story of one Nigeria. Biafrans, tell the world your story. Don't let them see it for you. They lied against us because they are the one writing about our story. If you are not talking about Biafra, you must begin to talk about it. Curse us, insult us, give us name. We are miscreant. But everybody must begin to speak out because this is the end of the end time. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Turn down the volume of your radio set, please. Good evening from here.
Mazi, good evening from here. My name is Mazi Akota, calling from Aba. I'm from Amandoba in Isu, LGA, Biafra land. I've heard everything. You have been trying, and God has been helping you. But there's a little thing I want to open up now. Maybe we have been forgotten. If you can take your mind back, Mazi Onyeibe, remember that all these years from 2014 to date, when our leader Mazi Nnamdi is still in Kuje prison, people have been praying for him, for his long life, strong health, and for God to guide him. The same thing applicable to you, to Uchemefo, and all the IPOB working assiduously for the restoration of Biafra. And since then, no harm have come upon him, and no harm will come upon him and every IPOB that is working assiduously. Remember, there was a time in Abuja on that Federal High Court, the children that came, that read a poem and placed a curse upon Nigeria. And placed a curse, when I'm talking of Nigeria, I'm talking of Muhammad Buhari, the late Buhari, and placed a curse upon Buhari that he will never see the next year. Maybe all of us, because I was there present, many of us have forgotten. And for him to separate our leader from his family and his wife and everybody, the same way the Chukwu Okike Abiyama did it perfectly. Because Buhari was not there, although they brought another person to change him, but everybody know the truth because we are the people that God hear our voice. But I know all these things they are doing, the politicians and all of Biafran that is joining APC doing one thing because of their hunger and their truth. They are full of longer throats, many of them. People like Uche Ogbuago, because of a little change, you will say this one today and say another one tomorrow. But all I know is that no matter what they do and what they're about to do, Biafra must be restored. And again, what that I'm seeing in Nigeria, in every Africa about Chinese, every African country have to be very careful because what I'm seeing in China, if China gain what they are looking in Africa, it will be better for Britain to colonize the whole Africa again than to China, because the way China will handle the whole Africa, it will be worse than, it will be better for Britain than having China, because this is the people I have seen, I've been with them, I have worked with them. A Chinese man cannot say thank you for you for nothing. And that's thank you, he is waiting for something in return. So let every African country going close to China to work this, to do this, to develop this, China will do them bad more than good. Let them have this in mind. And I'm saying this, I'm calling every Igbo, I'm calling every Biafran, that wherever you are, people are here who every day and night. George Onyeibe is in the studio, Nnamdi is working his own, Uchemefo, everybody is making sure that Biafra is restored. And you are there calling yourself a Biafra. After all, let them bring it so that you come and enjoy. Let me tell you people something. When you leave your fight to you not fight it, your fight will fight you. And what is happening in Okala, which Hope Uzodinma have started giving land, opening land, scraping land, giving it to Fulani men. I know that is an oath they have taken with Fulanis, which made them to put him in the position. But Chukwu Okike Abiyama will return him where he come from. Whoever seen a Biafra, thank you, my brother. May Chukwu bless and guide you.
God is faithful. Like you have just said, the truth is that the Fulani want to use everything in Biafra land to borrow money. You see, it is ridiculous that Chibuike Amechi is telling you now that he want to tie road from Port Harcourt to Sambisa Forest. The point is that even though he wanted to do that for development, it is too late for him. He has less than 4 years to go. Almost 22 years in office in government. The thing he did is 3 feet monorail in River State. And then he's busy jumping up and down Yoruba land and Hausa land. But they think we are fools. And most of our leaders will oblige. They will use Biafra to borrow money from China. They will use River State to borrow money from Japan. Then they will use Delta State to borrow money from Malaysia. Then they will use Imo State to borrow money from Saudi Arabia. Then they will use Abia State to borrow money from Kuwait. Then their mind is that when they finish borrowing all this money, then they shall see where Biafra shall go. But one thing they don't understand is that when the time comes, we shall know. Are you there, caller on the line?
Hello?
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ogodne. They're calling from Aba. I'm from Umbano, Umunachi, with me, Umbano. And make a lechineke. Macaono Mundi Biafran. Now, I couldn't time I hear me and the Nanani. I Anya. Hand a half in Hora. I will go on the Biafra. We are the children of Biafra land. We bring the light to all the world. If you danger and play with us, we shall fight and conquer all. We are the children of Biafra land. Forward, ever, backward, never, never. If you danger and play with us, when they are not one over that, you carry down chicky. You carry down chicky. Guys, there are hand up on one chicken. Hannah had to get the line you wear. And my one checker, you did how about you, how many can I get anywhere? I'll do my Hannah, you carry down chicky. Guys, there are how one checker. And my Biafra gathered now, Jesus Christ. I'll make a little Mara. And the I know Mahom. Because when not them dindo. Only them comma, when Julia. Only him the medical why there are the more of Boma, you know when name of my mother of my awesome para Bible. Rotan, one them working, and I'm not I'm not we couldn't Dani Runa Korani, here Basara, Omenala. Nihina, actual lamo to Shadik and mother. Nino Machola, not the moon for there, what then do? See, as you mother, the awesome para Bible. Let me know Muchineke was each other. Because you wouldn't know if we here to never come. I didn't mamma to Biafra, but then I talk at Biafra. They are always remaining Nana. So now I got you now had Jesus.
You see. Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Your name and where you calling from?
The Lion.
The Lion here.
Good evening. Good morning, dear friends. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of us that is about to sleep right now. My name remains Chidozie Nkwemeka, calling from Kenya, East Africa. I'm very, very happy every time I listen to Biafra because this is the food we eat. It's the food that we eat every day. I thank you, Prophet. I thank Nnamdi Kanu, the prophet of our time, Ushemefo and all the principals in this struggle. I say Meshugo Kabiama, who made it possible for us to reach this extent. Let him continue his work and he shall make it till the end. All of us shall rejoice. All of us shall sing the praise. I want to chip in something because last caller said something that made me try to call again about these Chinese people. That's a very, very important message the man delivered. It's a very, very important, very substantial message he did. Because I've been nursing these feelings all the while. Because China people, they are now trying to invade Africa. They are now trying to put everything to Africa. They now want to recolonize us again. I can't even understand. Why our people can't even see something beyond what we are seeing now? They can't even look beyond. They are just seeing things on their hands. This thing will affect us very soon if we don't shake it now. I'm happy for that man that said that. It's a very welcome and very interesting topic that we should one day talk about it. For the people that lost many things in the market today, yesterday, excuse me, I'm very, 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 very merciful. Kabama, give them the heart, give them the strength to overcome. We must continue. Whatever it is, we shall continue. We must continue. And Biafra, we shall get. My brother, Onyeibe, I thank you. I thank all the Biafrans. I say, Mechuko Kabama, give us the strength to continue this struggle. For the end, we shall rejoice. Thank you, my brother. I remain Chidozie Nkwemeka, calling from Kenya.
Thank you. We must continue. Caller on the line.
Mazi, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yes, my name is Onyeibe. I'm calling from Biafran here in Akabo. I want to commend you for your topic this night, even the one in the morning. Not many down, because our youth, especially here in Igbo State, we are not doing well at all in terms of Biafra restoration. You know, with your topic, that is made me to shed tears. To remember when I was eating about the youth, they were considering the truth. You know, but today I thank God that you brought it out again because it reminds me of something I thought about 2 years ago. I thank you for everything you are doing. But I'm here to assure you that here I am because I'm a coordinator here in Akabo in the State. So I have been able to work with the power, the little power I have to convince some of them to come and join in Africa. Some of them are. So believe me that here I am, that I am going to dominate. Even the politicians, I do preach to them. They listen to me. You know, I thank you for that topic. I will still preach it again to them because I'm listening to that topic, which is in the morning. It gave me joy. It made me to understand that yes, it is important to tell you what they need to do to fix their land. They should wake up from their slumber. And that is the topic which we put in the morning. I also thank you for this next topic. It energizes me. It will give me the sense that one day we must go to our product land. Keep it up. May Chukwu Kitabiama be with you and your family. May Chukwu Kitabiama be in my place. Okay.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp.
Hello.
Good evening from here.
Good evening from here. Can I go ahead?
Go ahead, please.
Go ahead, please. Okay. Good evening, Biafrans. My name is Collins, calling from Hamburg, Germany. Mazi, there is a brother that called. This brother, he called and he speak longs. And this brother, when he's calling, this message, I'm shivering, I want to explode in this house that I'm living. The brother give a very powerful message. He gave a very powerful message. That brother, I say thank you very much.
Those State Biafran brother. You know, there are a lot of things about us that they have destroyed. But we must tell our story. It doesn't matter how they feel. You know, when I talk about Rastafarians, Dada, do you know there is a Benin man that is a Dada man? His name is Majek Fashek. That begins to tell us a story. There is no Yoruba Dada. They can go and form Yoruba Dada tomorrow. There is no Hausa Dada. They can go and form tomorrow. Nowhere in the world. only the children of the Most High. Go ahead, my brother. The message is clear. We must tell the world. Biafrans across the globe must tell their story. If we let our enemy's story about us to end this journey, we will not be too proud of ourselves. I can assure them that. Go ahead, please.
Mazi, the message I want to explode. Up to now, I want to explode. The brother, I say thank you. Anywhere you are, let that spirit continue burning in you. That spirit continue burning in you. Mazi, I want to explode. That is one point. The second brother called and said about China. Mazi, in China, could we imagine? Let me just say, in this Germany I am, you can have a child with a German woman, it's okay. But in China, if you born a child with a China woman, they don't even care for that child. Oh. You take that child, go away anywhere you want to go. They don't take any mixed child. That is one point. Mazi, there is one thing in this of things of Nazarians. I am one of them. I don't want to talk too much because sometimes people will say you are boasting. I am one of them. In my village, I am the only person, the only twin in my community. I'm twin. It's 7 months. Mazi, I don't want to go further. This Biafra of a thing, Mazi, this Biafra of a thing, no matter whomever you are, is a spirit. Mazi, I thank our leader. It's more than what I called him. I'm waiting for Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is speaking. What a nonsense. Mazi, oh my God. This Biafra of a thing. Mazi, there is people I want before I forget. Please, there is some people I want to remember. It's many times I didn't hear from them. If I go wrong, please correct me. Our brother, Mazi Evis Onwudiwe, our brother, Victor Onyeibe, and the one Ngozi, please, anywhere they are, extend my greeting to them. Mazi, this Biafra. Oh, Mazi, these people, I don't know. Any man in this platform, any people that handle this microphone, Mazi, I thank our leader. This man is, I don't know. Mazi, let this Biafra come now. Even, oh, Mazi, please, I want to complain again. Any Biafra, anywhere you are, if Trump is giving speech, please give comment, give positive things write a positive thing in that comment. Make a positive comment in that comment. If you go to Trump's side, you will see a Hamburg man. I am the one. I always writing, commenting about Biafra. Mazi, God bless you. I don't want to talk too much. Only God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Biafrans, this is the time to tell your story. Caller on the line. Caller on the line. Caller on the line. Are you there? This is the time for us to tell our story. They have done a good job for telling our story in the time past. But we have the privilege now to change it. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Mazi George Onyeibe.
Good evening.
My name is Ago Ude Ago. I'm calling from Abia State, Biafra land. The issue that I call this evening is there is one little thing that I want to put mouth. If our people can not to give undue priority, it will most surely help us so much. One of the problems and one of the things that we are suffering as a sickness that is holding many people on ground is because of, let me say, it is only poverty, illiteracy, and ignorance, which is the greatest enemies of man, which do not allow citizens of a country to know his rights and fight for their rights. So we must continue. I so much appreciate all what we are discussing this evening. Based on what the other man said concerning the Chinese people, they are in everywhere. Even if you when you enter inside this market here, area, you will see them knowing price of the thing that maybe some people go out there and buy something from them and come back. They would like to know how much you are selling it over here.
For so Chinese people and Japanese. Sorry for cutting you up. Nigeria government contracted them to come and destroy Igbo business. Go and ask bread makers in Onitsha. Go to what they call all these bread makers in Port Harcourt. Chinese people will buy 100 trailer of flour. The normal Igbo businessman may not be able to buy more than 40. So they give them discount. Chinese has taken over more than 50% of Igbo business here in Nigeria. Hausa, Fulani, and Yoruba, the owner of one Nigeria, has finished the arrangement to finish all of us. But the point, like I said before, when the time comes, we shall know. Go ahead, please.
So, no problem. That even one man met me today in the market. They were everywhere, putting their handbag here. Even when you want to pray, they will be looking even to know the strategies that Igbo people use to do their business. But one of the things that they forgot is that there is what is from Ebe and Ebe. The blood that ordained in us, which Chuko Tukiabiama blessed us from the father of Abraham. They forgot that there is a difference between them and us here as a Biafra people. So what I want to say is that let our people should be very, very careful wherever they are. Let us put hands together and work out things. May God continue to bless you, Mazi George Onyeibe, and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi. Good night, sir.
Thank you very much. We are going home. It's just a matter of time. Call and WhatsApp your name and where you calling from. Tell your story, Biafran.
Thank you. Mazi, good evening. My name is Pastor Samuel Obiakizu. I am the coordinator of Umozo Zone 1 by the special grace of Chukwu Kabiama. I'm from Orebiri. Orebiri is in Olo province. And I'm the national coordinator of all the Olo IPOP members. Mazi, I want to, a lot of stories that I have to tell our people tonight. Since I was born and been brought up as a Nigerian, it's only suffering. It's only pains and sorrows. It's only weepings. That in Nigeria, the contraction that called Nigeria today, there is no good hospital in Nigeria. Mazi, I can tell you there was a time in 1995, my mother had an accident. So the same thing to my father. There is no hospital, there is no good hospital in our area to take care of my mother. That's why my mother, I lost my mother and my father, 1995. Mazi, even since that time till today, pains and sorrows is what we are passing through in Nigeria. That's why today I declare myself a Biafra, not a Nigeria. Any man or woman that answers in Nigeria that person is a dead person. That person, Mazi, do you know there was about last 2 years ago, DSS they came to my house. I ran out of Aba for 2 good months. I didn't sleep in my house. I went out to Enugu, from Enugu to Owerri, sleeping in someone's house. They threatened me from all the way from Abuja to my house. In fact, it was so terrible to me at that time. But God so kind, whatever they plan, God will leak the secret to me. Then before I know it. So Mazi, I was a member of Mazop during Wazirike time. Nearly I died at Onimo. Nearly I died at National High School. At Biafra, I fall inside swamp. But God so kind.
But today, I am proud to tell you that I am still here today, and God has made it possible for me to see Biafra. And I and my family and my generation must surely see Biafra. Mazi, I promise you, hence Chukwukika Biama is consigned. Nothing on this earth will stop Biafra not to come. God has made that promise to us. And I believe, Bible says, instead of the word of God not to fulfill, heaven and earth must surely pass over, and the word of God must surely come to pass. So today, any man or woman that is not that is not coming close to, has never come to join IPOP, let that person today declare himself an IPOP member. Mazi, I don't have enough to tell you, but what I want to tell you today is I am here to rejoice that Biafra has come. So our people, Umozo area, Umodi, and some other zones and all these people, if you know that you have never joined any IPOP family, please join us at Umozo. You are free. You are free. Don't be afraid of anybody. I myself here today, Samuel Obiakis, I am not afraid of anybody. I am not afraid of death. I'm going first one, second one, third one, area. I told them today, even I say, so that Nanaga buy a second today, I'm ready. I am 50-50. I am a trained soldier. I am a foot trained soldier. I am 50-50. I am so qualified. Mazi, I declare today, I am doing a Obi this home Chukokema, Obi I am a Mazi. Mazi Gawan, Chukokada Mabaran Dume, Chukokada Gose, Gose, Mazi, and the Galo, only today, because Mazi and the Galo Mepremaya, he Omepremana Muso, today, when Yana Konowa, Mazoga, there is no Ganama, Naha Chukokabiyama. Thank you very much.
We must continue. Our people must tell your story. Don't let the enemy be the one telling our story. Can you hear me? Call on the line. Call on the line. Can you hear me? Monitoring spirits. Good evening from here.
Kaweka wisi owisi bupu ube Dada Nnamdi Kanu ihe ọ bịara ama ụwa wụọ kpọrọ ka tebụl mgbe ahụ otu na onye nke ahụ nwụrụ anwụ gbuwa translated that sickness in China is not ordinary. China, after all, you eat cockroach. You eat worms. Imagine you. The people are coming to your country to pass this message with you. Right all over the world. Next step. Every humanity on earth, this night, what do you see in the sky? Is it not the moon and the stars? Any other thing? Can you see any other thing above it? It is only there then the calendar knows it. That is not it. On the land, can you see anything more than whatever that brought out from the land? Even you as a human being, when you die, go inside the ground. Dara. All of the to quote Kadamana.
all over the world ga-were mma temata na sekwa n'akụkụ m ụjọ atụrụ ọnụ onye ụjọ na-aba aba Biafra wụ ụba o onye ụjọ anụdụkwa aba aba the kingdom of heaven on earth who can stop them? No one. The Kane is their savior. Embrace him. Just like that Moses. Ụmụ nwoke anyị kwa n'odobo anyị jide mkpara jide kpụrụ okpu n'isi ọnwa dị ka ya unu kwụ n'eziokwu mana ndị a na-anọta n'ihu chọọchị were mkpara mana ha agakwa meekwa abụghị were ihe niile tupu nke adaba ji tụọ anyị mma na-emegbu ma ya ọrụ mma naanị ha bụrụ odogwu mba if I continue to pass this message till morning, even as I'm talking to you now, after now, I'm still on the inside my heart. I live in my heart. Come shut up. Am I a peanut? But I have suffered more than so. I'm going to move to my house. I like it. Uno to cover a cup. Uno to cover a cup. What a cup for? May we go down. May we sing that up. You have to you are not even safe. Trump, you are not even safe. Nobody knows what is coming. That sickness in China is coming to America. Right? They don't want to die. What is that state? Trump. Trump, let me ask you a question. It was me that built fire to form this war. Who created that technique? To go to Kabara. A soldier that uses that gun to kill. Who created that soldier to go to Kabara? Isaiah chapter 60. Biafra. Biafra will release us. Isaiah chapter 52. If you want to join. Already, Yaroma, I have one at Amu. Our land has been there. Go back up. You want to Ajaba. Proverbs chapter 30. What is it? Everyone. Back up, we are to read off. Yeah. On your photo, when you're on top of that. Okay, get to go to Kabama. I'm not having a little war on my. Oh, yeah, the problem. There's another good. You got to Kabama, go take it. Hey, when the day down when I get 5,000, some come with it crazy. Nakado. There's them who born again when I have. Oh, my God, oh, over there, put in my car. Mana tahu, friend ekwa. Mana na anu tu pato bi mu na ebe dead na nkalo no. Maka hu so before we came, is there any people like us? Now that we are here, is there any people like us? After we have gone, we are children today with us. So we want our children to be, we are all to me. Can we stand it fight? What are we going to do now? So, get another Carol is coming with the head. Israel, if you, Isaiah chapter 6 says, if you watch there, any nation that does not support Biafra or do not, because I have to talk out, about the way, I have on that to why not to say, I take out. But that, because Amamo, in a room in the market, but the young children put the bed over. I come to it. On over a pago, on the Pharaoh Dana Baba. They got my new he's lying where they are, and I tell you, go away. On the new join I feel don't do what's up for that. Makamu, when you look at the 20 car. Etigelem window mapa. What Alawa Gelemo Mowa. Oh, everyone they could do. The Cotuna America, I know from my. China, Jajeda, Canada, slave. Mbaho, high to send, second our ancestors, Mandela, Taniwa, Warai. China, Pacific, Macagin, and the inner Kaki. And then I do Sagana. wepụta m nga ihe mana ọ wee ebe final bus stop maka obi ga-ewu mma akpụrụ atọdịdo m nonsens ihe m nawa onye ọbụla otu ọbụla ha si chọọ ya mmecha nna na onye ha gaa n'anyanwụ anyanwụ si n'ala ya apụta tụkwa esemo ana m ebu ndọ nọkwara ka nwa ya na-abịa abịa m nọrọ were dị pawa ụnụ n'ebe ahụ niile anọ m nga ọnwa si n'ọfụfụ onwedị ihe na-eme onye kwe na onye ndị Fulani mere agopi ha enwedị paracetamol na akpa ha ndị ara kọmputa hapụ ihe niile ha dị onye mere ejiko ga mejie n'onwe ụlọ chọtata na-aka okokoko ya na ụta bọta ụnụ hara ihe na-anụ ụlụ ga-eme ga-ajọ na asio ndị ewu nche ekwe mbụ na olu telu ọwa emetezi Biafra bikọz ọ bụgị na abụgịle ụnụ alọtaja mara na ọmụọ na-eche mmadụ ọwụdụ mmadụ na-eche m gbapụta na ndị ara ụnụ chaba anyị na-egwu egwuregwu chukwu okike abịa ma etetigwe onye ihe niile kere eke ya nwee onwede na-ahụ n'anya ọ bụla Tọdede Nnamdị Kalụ ka izuru onwe m Tọdede Nnamdị Kalụ ga-esere m ka nwee n'ihi na ọ nna nwara ya ma etege m nga ahụ mgbe ọ ga-awụrụ mpụta nwanne nwere onye ga-anọchite m ugbu a ka ọ na-eti okwu onwere ka ọwụdụ m na-aba mba ka na agbamụchichakwa unu niile si na Biafra gị dabịa maazị Onyeibe onye ọbụla si na Biafra gị dabịa ọ ga-akata na nne ọ na-ofolo
Thank you very much, Biafra. We hail you. This is where we'll be drawing the curtain for this evening broadcast. Of course, Biafrans across the globe must understand the enemy have been the one writing our history, our story. This is the time for you to tell your story. It doesn't matter what you say, but everybody must talk about Biafra. As I sign up from here, I say good night to those of you going to bed. Good morning, good afternoon, and do have a nice day or a nice night. Ndewono.